Hello. 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 How are we doing today? Welcome. Welcome, Sable, Unicorn Poi. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Yeah, today's day. Today, totally not yesterday. Definitely not yesterday. Today, tomorrow, today. Today, definitely my birthday, not yesterday. Yo! Wait, the chat is above the nameplate? This is unacceptable. It's supposed to miraculously disappear behind the nameplate. It's like a special effect, you know? If it's above the nameplate, then, like, the magic is gone. Because if you type something else, like, the message is they're gonna start disappearing. Look at that. Look, it doesn't... It looks bad. See, now the one message is cut off, and it's not magically disappearing behind a nameplate. Why did autocorrect add ban? Because it knows how to speak English better than you. Maybe it assumed you were gonna say something else. Like, more important than you. Got him. Alright, so... Today... It's your... It's your yearly Flaris actually draws something on stream. Time to find out how washed I am. Yearly report. Yep. Sure is. And, yeah, you know what's nice about being on the loading screen now? That the chat box is actually fixed and it's not completely screwed up and messed up and terrible? Is that I can talk on the starting soon screen and not look like I'm crazy. Because it's like, guys, Flyers, you haven't changed screens yet. And it's like, yes, I know. Not every... Well, I want to say not every time, but that makes people believe that I don't... That there's going to be a point in time where I forget. Where, like, my hit-miss rate on whether I have correctly changed scenes to the gameplay screen is probably, like, 1 in... like 80 streams, something like that. I was trying to divide 365 by 4. So we did 400 and then, like, rounded a little bit. But yeah, it probably works. Yeah, until the chat just, like, randomly stops working. Which, I don't know when that's gonna happen. Yeah, let's go. Everything looks fine. And I still need to, like, look over at OBS because I'm, like, slightly concerned. I'm just slightly concerned that something is going to break. Here, we're gonna randomly test a button, and it didn't break anything, thank God. Okay. So, today we are drawing Fantasy is dead. Chat is dead. Yes. Not 36 divided by 4 and add a 0. Horrible at math. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of effort. I don't know how to divide 36 by 4. How many times does 4 go into 36? Does anybody know the answer to this question? Oh, man. 9. Yeah, but I bet you used a calc. People can't do math that fast. You must have been using a calc. Calc is short for calculator, by the way. Yeah, like what's 3,600 divided by 400? Bet you can't figure that one out. 3,600 divided by 400. Bet you can't do that without using a calc. Hey Rance, welcome. Welcome everybody. Yeah, so for anyone who does not know the context of why I bother doing a birthday stream at all, because I've been kind of getting this vibe the last number of years. So birthday streams for big corpo VTubers are like an opportunity for them to build hype and then like sell merch. And then I sold merch exactly one time. It was my Dakimakura, which no longer has a command because I don't think I need to sell my Daki to anybody anymore. I'm good. You know what? I think the people who wanted a Flaris Dakimakura of the Flaris art skills from 2022 have successfully received one, including myself. Unfortunately, I did not get myself the NSFW one because I'm a coward. But yes, the reason why we have a birthday stream in January is more, how would I say this? It's like to remember that sometime in January, around 4 years ago, I was like, man, what if I just like became a VTuber? And then I like did art for the entire month of January to try and make my art skills even moderately competent, such that I could make a VTuber model. So you could say that the start of January, or somewhere at the start of January, was the birth of Lars von Lyria as a VTuber concept. So I feel obliged in some way. Not necessarily in a bad way. Kind of in a bad way because I feel like I should be doing more, but then like I just end up doing like a shitty art stream. In January, or somewhere at the start of January. Technically it is the 5th, but yes. I heard there's a bunch of squids invading Helldivers 2. Do you have any plans on playing that again? I don't know. Maybe. The thing is, we don't really have time. Like, there's too many things to do. Like, there's gonna be Monster Hunter Wilds soon. We have to finish Metaphor. We have an entire other playthrough of Fire Emblem that we have to complete. And the thing is, right, technically I have more time. Like, I have time. Yeah, I was gonna do the Regicide playthrough on stream. I found a clean save file to do that on, so we're gonna be doing that. Yeah, because I'm debating. Hey, Rance, thank you so much for the 30. That's straight to that's Streamlabs, right? Yeah. Hey, thank you. What was I saying? Geez, sorry. I was just like, holy shit, $30. Let's fucking go. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so I have some stuff to do. I technically have more time right now. Technically, in air quotes. I'm still trying to get my brain out of the, like, holiday haze. And like get back on schedule and stuff, because I was effectively doing nothing for like 2 weeks. So there's like some projects I want to pick up and stuff like that, so that I can get that going. It is also unfortunate because there was like, you know, I don't know how much I want to talk about it, because it's like a it's one of those, and you know, now that I've said that, I'm obviously going to, but not to get into too much detail. But I definitely was preparing something else for today, and then I just kind of like fell through. I think I already talked about this like a couple of months ago. And I'm like, damn, that's too bad. And in the way that it fell through, I mean that like I felt like the quality wasn't high enough, which I might like go back on later and just be like, okay, whatever. But I assure you that it is not. You're not missing out on much. It was like a personal project, and I was like, oh, maybe this will be cool. It was unfortunately not that good, so that's fine. But it's not something like really cool, like a game or something. Like if I had like some kind of prototype, even if it was shitty, I would have sent it out into the ether. But that is fine. And then I was trying to like brainstorm ideas of how I wanted to thing. Hey, Rue, thank you so much. Happy birthday. I'm sorry I'm no longer part of the Lyrilyte. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. So, we're gonna be doing a few things today. Hopefully. This is also supposed to be a pseudo Q&A, ask me anything, / something. I was just putting a bunch of things on the wall to make sure that we like had something to do, because I wasn't sure what people wanted to do. The last time I tried to do a Q&A, no one asked me anything. What if along with the Lyrilytes you drew the 2-year number icon? Haha, just a joke, but like what if actually though? Haha, again, just joking, unless. I do need to draw the 2-year icon, and it is going to be a Lyrilyte. Probably. That's what I wanted to do. I just like literally haven't done it yet. It's like an I know that I need to do this, and I know that I am going to do this. I just like haven't done it. Right. And then I also effectively went on hiatus for 2 weeks. Yeah. Can I do it like this? It's like this, right? I can do this. Does that work? Please tell me that works. Hey, let's go. But does it not have a... It doesn't have a thing? Does it have a sound effect? That's fine. Who's Trung Hey Dang? Hugh Dang. So the last time, I just wanted to mention this. The last time, we sent out a bunch of gifted. They just went to random fucking people. It's like, instead of all of the clearly people who show up to my streams constantly, it was just given to random people, which I think is hilarious. Oh, also, I just realized that the membership gifted messages show up weirdly. I don't know how to fix that. But we'll fix it eventually, probably. We'll fix it in post, it's fine. Don't worry, Flora, I have a fuck ton of questions. Yeah, okay, so so here's the second part. And I was trying to rehearse and think of how I'm supposed to say this, and then, like, not get people's hopes up. Like, this is not supposed to be exciting, okay? This is not a big thing. Okay, so I have set up a temporary, big bolded letters, temporary Discord server in case anybody wanted to call in today to ask questions. As I draw them a Lyrilyte. If you would also like to join a Discord call and get me banned on YouTube, please don't do that. Then you can do that. This is not me setting up a Discord server. I was just trying to figure out what the best way to have people in a voice call, provided they wanted to join a voice call, was, and this was how I figured it out. I was literally thinking, like, what if I did Zoom? And it's like, we are not doing Zoom. That is very silly. Collins. Oh, fuck. Why didn't it do the thing? All... Didn't do a line break. if you would like to chill in Discord. And a call this. Alright. So I was very cautious to to like set up the thing because I was concerned about also let me just make sure that my actual thing is working. Is it not working on wait, hold on a second. It's not God damn. Well, here, what if I did it like this? I'm going to mute my mic on Discord. Oh, but then like you're gonna hear your own voice twice, and that's really annoying, isn't it? Hold on a second. Because my Discord is not working. Hold on a moment. Okay. Let's see if that works. Does this work? Hello. God damn it. Why isn't it working? I'm so confused. It is literally normal on my other account. It is not normal here. See, here's the problem, is that I tested this beforehand, and it was fine. And now it is like, explicitly not fine. Okay. We will figure out the problems live. Yeah, what if I do this? Test. What the fuck? I hate everything. God damn it. Okay, congrats on 4 years. Gonna dip, have fun. Alright, see you later, Sable. See you later. Thanks for dropping by. Well, I think unfortunately what that means is I'm gonna have to use push to talk. Now, the problem with push to talk and drawing specifically is that I need to stop drawing because my push to talk is shift. So that's gonna be difficult or hard and annoying, but it's probably fine. What? F12? What about F12? Or number pad 0? But, like, 0 probably still does something. Like, if I'm holding down a key, basically, in every drawing software, there's, like, it probably does something. Okay, like, what does 0 do? Can I draw and hold 0? I suppose I can. It's fine. Alright. Okay. So. I could probably change it to 0. Number pad 0. Let's see. Alright, this was significantly more multitasking than I thought I was going to be doing, but yes. Alright. I'm gonna drag Rue into here, which is probably gonna be a big mistake. Hey Rue.
Oh shit, I think it was going to be a little bit later.
What? I don't know.
I think it was going to be a little bit later. No, don't worry.
What was supposed to be later?
Say, that I did the culture.
Do you need like a second?
No, don't worry.
No.
Happy birthday.
Hey,
you have been one of my greatest 2 views, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, let's go. Two viewer Andy.
That I have ever seen. Your streams are cool. I like your style of commenting. The only thing I will say to you is that don't let the numbers game get up to you, but you need to play it better. That is the only thing.
That. Yeah,
that is the only thing I will ask of you.
To try and be, I need to be a better number player.
A better number player and keep the vibes, because if you have a great audience. I know races, all the guys that we are always here, we are chill as hell. Maybe we get a little bit too far with the horny posting and all that, but you have a great community. You attract a ton of cool people, and I would like to see your community 10 times bigger.
Thanks, I really appreciate that.
By the end of the year, and that is an order.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think the vibes are like... So, here, first of all, thank you for joining. Second of all, it's just a little difficult for me because I'm realizing that I've never really been on call with people on stream. So I'm trying to navigate the vibes. But... yeah, I don't know. I felt like in order to keep the vibes in a particular way, I need to like having it be smaller is better, like the community. And then I'm always concerned about whether or not, oh, well, if there's too many people in chat, then like I can't like as easily read everything and then talk to everybody and stuff like that. But realistically, I think if I like there's something interesting about streaming that I've always found like is a cool effect is that there's probably a lot of people who like don't or there's a lot of people who are like thinking the same thing, right? So if there's like a few people who have sort of like the same thought and then like one person says it and then you read that thought when like a lot of people are saying the same thing, you're still sort of managing that conversation with chat. And I know that there are a lot of people like there's a lot of people that I watch where I go like, oh, it feels like they can maintain what looks like a more of a yapping conversation style and appear to be addressing a lot of people. So I don't know. Hopefully I can do that if people like expand.
Yes, it is a given skill. But for example, I am going to sound like a face shield, but for example, Kaneko Lumi gives a great vibe, a great jab, and even so the chat goes like a million miles per hour. I'm sure you can develop that skill, man. You got it. If you really feel like you can or you want to do content that it will grow you, I think Atlus games could be a great way. Shin Megami Tensei, things like that. For example, you know Marsh? Marsh is a YouTuber that started more or less on the same names the same numbers as you, but this past year he grew to 100k with Atlus and Shin Megami content. If you want to go into that side of the pool and deep dive into it.
Yeah, and there were definitely a few things that I wanted to try working on that were I don't know, like maybe if I made more like clip videos, for example, so people can actually find my content. Because I like a lot of the conversations with chat that like go into extended rants. Like I think people appreciate those, and I appreciate those. That's one of my favorite things, is like when chat asks some kind of innocuous question, and I'm like, well, actually, there's like a lot to it, right? Like the question about humor yesterday. Like humor's very interesting. Right? And like if you think about it too much, like you don't want to ruin it, right? Like you don't want to fully unveil the curtain. Like I think for things like game design, similarly, if you look at it too much, it kind of ruins it a little bit, and you're like, oh man, I don't, right? But it's still something interesting to think about a bit, and then to chat about it. But I haven't really thought of a good way to do all of that, so we're working on it.
Yeah, don't worry. It will come out sooner or later. I am doing some quote-unquote developing on on clipping tools. For example, it is like a catcher. If Rams or Piori wants to do a clip, they can add something and it will directly download the VOD of the next 30 seconds, and it could help doing clips faster. And I want to send it up on GitHub for every people to get.
That's cool.
That will be an easy way to quote unquote keep the funny clips a little bit less awesome.
That's cool. It's interesting. I think also YouTube has a good clipping feature. I think. I don't know.
It is functional, but you don't have it active on your stream right now.
Wait, I don't?
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh. Wait,
and that is why I always want to talk to you, but you don't want to talk.
Yeah. Though it's funny. The because the thing is I've been sent clips before. But maybe it's only after the fact. I feel like I'll have to look at the setting, whether that's on or not on or something. I'm not really sure.
Let's check it out.
So I wanted to ask you a question. So I'm currently drawing a Lyrilyte.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like me to put on this lad? Like, what is your Lyrilyte?
My Lyrilyte. What will he have? Okay, fuck it. Let's end it. Put it the Count Lewis horns.
The what?
The Count Lewis horns.
Oh, the horns. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Let me do that for you. They kind of like go off to the side and then come forward, right?
Yeah, they are like they are Satan horns. They did it. They make one of the sexual creations of Satan so far. I want to commission an art. Do you know the Gabriel painting of Satan crying?
Not off the top of my head. I'm not sure. Maybe if it's like some kind of famous painting, I may recognize it. But
yeah, let me send it to you. Is a famous oil painting of Satan crying. I want to commission that, but it's Count Lewis crying. Where is it? Here it is. I want to commission this, but it is Louis on his final. Damn! You don't have enabled the image on the side chat.
The which?
The image on the side chat.
Oh, can you? Oh yeah, and I don't know if you can link it in.
Alright, yeah, I can do the link, yeah.
Well, the thing is, like, I actually don't know if you can post links in the chat. Now, again, please forgive my paranoia. Yeah, let me see.
No, don't worry. It is on the side chat of the Discord. I don't know if you see it on the general, where it is the little general tab. There is like a quote of a chat there. Let me tag you there. There.
Yeah, okay, I got it. Found it. Damn. Yeah, no, like this absolutely. Man, Luis is like, I don't know, man. The thing about Luis, he's just like so hot. It's like, why, man?
No,
that's crazy. Like
now with buying him like that, it will go so hard, man.
Yeah. Let me just finish this Lyrilyte for you. Was there anything else you wanted to mention? I appreciate the nice thoughts. I wasn't sure what to expect when I like started the stream, but it was immediately very wholesome, so I really appreciate that.
No, don't worry, we're here for that. Nothing else, man. I mean, your vibes are immaculate. I always like to see your content, even though when I was on another job, I tried to log in and see what you were doing. It has been a great time being here with Chad and everyone. And I hope you get the recognition and the mold you deserve.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen. I also would, again, in like a perfect world, like to move towards like something larger, something bigger. But I think the vibes are correct, as you're saying, like, of the stream right now, which is why I'm like, I really appreciate this thing. I want to, like, take care of this thing and, like, continue working on it. And hopefully that's, like, expands into the future in some matter. Here, let me just give you some eyeballs. This is significantly more difficult than I thought it was going to be, by the way. I'm sorry for keeping you.
Nah, don't worry, don't worry.
All right. There's these, and then... Oh, what kind of smile do you have?
Put it at column 3.
The which? Column 3? Ah, okay. This is the default smile for Lyrilytes. But all right, I'm gonna boot you out to waiting.
Yeah,
you may feel free to leave if you would like, but here, I'm gonna put Rue somewhere on this. Thanks for calling in. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, before I bring the next person in, I'm just gonna... Wait, what? Did I move you back? Oh, there we go. I thought I didn't allow people to move channels. I don't know why it kept moving them back. Oh well, that's fine. I'm just gonna finish this one off first, and then we'll go to the next one. I guess if it's Lucifer has like angel wings and stuff, right? As well. It's got a little bladey tail. Gonna give him some wings. Yeah, man, I was way too overambitious when I started this one. I was like, I'm gonna I'm going to color all of these. I'm not coloring these. I mean, like, I can color them off of stream, but I was like, yeah, I'll do like a line art. I'll do a sketch, then a line art. It'll be great. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. Here we go. We've got... Where do we put the name? What if we put it on his foot? Rue. Put it in the little chicken wings? Okay. Sure. Let's put Rue. I guess, yeah, I could put it on all of them in the little chicken wings. All right. There's Rue's Lyrilyte. There's Rue. I'll see if I can, like, finish these up after stream. Like, make them a little more cool. I guess we can... We'll make this smaller. Put you up over there. Oh, I probably should have, like... I probably should have made a template so that I didn't have to do this all over again. Alright. Okay, give me 2 seconds so that I can make a template. We're also going to clone Rue. Okay, hold on a second. We're gonna take Rue. There's now 2 Rues. Except we're gonna delete your evil clone. They're gone. Oh, I guess I didn't have to erase the wings, but... The horns are unique to Rue. I suppose the mouth is probably also going to be unique. Alright. Also, if we're drawing at this... And this seems this seems better. Okay. There's our template. This is... I'm gonna make another copy. Template. This one is at the, I guess, at the top, and then this one is new. All right. Don't clone. That's illegal. Oh no! I used the copy paste. It's over. It's over, guys. All right. Let's do this. All right. Yeah, that's fine, by the way, Poi. You don't have to call in. It was like a, if you wanted to, you can. I'm going to draw more Lyrilytes anyways. You wouldn't download a Lyrilyte? Man. me trying to plug my USB into an electrical outlet. Don't do that. It's probably bad. Oh, this is no longer the template, so I don't know why I'm doing this, but all right. Who wants to be next? Who am I taking next? Hey, welcome SCP. Welcome. Also, it's a little unfortunate. So the reason why I said I was drawing Lyrilytes was because I was literally just going to gift people memberships, but I feel kind of bad because Sable, there was like a thing with their account that I literally am unable to gift Sable a membership. It's too bad. All right. Do you want me to rock, paper, scissors this? Or just like roll a dice or something? Also, yeah, wow. Talking to people and trying to draw at the same time is like impossible. I don't know why I tried to do that. Coin flip? RNG? Oh my goodness. Here, let me see if I can get a dice. I actually don't know if the dice roll is going to pick up on the microphone. Maybe it will. Let me see. Okay. All right. Rants will be odds, and Unicorn will be evens. It's even. Yo, what up?
Hello.
How's it going?
Not much, I suppose. I'm fine.
I'm fine, thanks for asking. Yes. You're...
How's your Vitaka, I suppose?
Sorry?
I'm never much of a talker.
Yes. I was gonna say, Unicorn, you're relatively new, actually, I think, to... When did you come by? When was your first stream? You were here... Did you join during Dustborn?
Yes, it was the second Dustborn stream.
The second one. Damn, we missed the first one where... I think at the start of like the Dustborn playthrough, I was like, no, what if it's gonna be good, guys? It might be good, I swear. Because if it's, if it's good, it's still not a game for me, but like at least it's good, you know what I mean? But no, then it was not good. It was immediately not good.
Yes, I can appreciate your optimism. It's never all that fun to go into something hoping it's terrible. But
Well,
it was terrible, and that's just how it is, I suppose.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think a lot of people go into things hoping they're gonna be terrible. And also that's like fine. That's not a terrible thing. It's not that bad. Like
Not terrible, but it's not. I suppose it's just not what I would do.
yeah.
Although I definitely do it.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Oh, Bullet also joined during the second Dustborn stream. Was that one like recommended to a lot of people? I don't know. I think the first one had a lot of views on it. Oh wait, actually, no, if it was the second one, now that I think about it, if it was the second one, then that was after I wrote like the first half of the document. So that might have been, I think that one actually got sent to a lot of people. Like it was the very start of the game or something, I don't know. Did you have any questions, by the way? Like, did you want to pester me with something ridiculous, or?
I don't know. I don't know why you would think I would ask you a ridiculous question.
Yeah, you know what? I think of all people...
I'm a perfectly normal person.
Yes, the most normal person. You know what? Whenever someone tells me that they're normal, whenever I say that I'm normal to other people, I'm actually thinking the exact same thing that you're thinking in your head right now when you say that you're normal. Does that make sense?
Well, I don't know. You have to know what's in my head right now, and I can't say it.
Okay. I have this Lyrilyte. Would you like to
Yes.
customize this Lyrilyte so that I can put your name on it? This little guy?
You can give it a unicorn horn, I suppose.
Sweet. How am I gonna do that? Would it be under the visor or like sticking out of the... Like, what do you think?
Like where the little triangle meets, you just put a little horn on the bottom one.
Alright, I got you.
Yeah. I guess I don't have so much as a question, but I guess I can give you like some praise and voice my appreciation for your streams.
You don't necessarily
I
have to do that if you
certainly
don't
enjoy
want
them,
to.
which is why I stick around.
That was not exactly the intention of why I did this. It was more like, I don't know, if someone wanted to like chat shit or just exist, like that's fine. But I'll take it. If you give it to me.
This is part of existing.
Yeah. Otherwise I can continue working on your guy.
Although now that I think about it, I can't think of any praise to give you.
You know what? That's fair.
Talk for a very long time about things, and I appreciate it, but I don't think most people would, unfortunately.
I like that one time where Flaris talked for a really long time. God, what was that? There's literally one. I don't know if this is a meme from somewhere else, but I do know that I saw this meme. It was like from Grumps, like from Game Grumps. And the copy pasta is like, wow, I really like that one time where
talked for a long time.
We talked about that one thing for a really long time. Yes, so yeah, that one time I really liked that one time where Flaris talked about a magical monster contraception for like a really, really long time. That stream was lit. Thanks, Unicorn. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Was that not what you were going for?
No, I was just thinking.
Is this sufficiently horny enough for you?
Because, like... Well, I don't know, because, you know, I could say, like, it's weird to talk about monster condoms of the literal variety. Some you...
Well, I mean, like, listen, you have to...
know of, but
you have to be
that's
figuring
how it
out
is,
these
I suppose.
questions when, like, you're in the universe, you know? Like, what if there are people who are just into that? You know what?
Makes sense.
Maybe not. I don't know.
I can't fault your logic.
All right, so I guess would you have wings if you're a unicorn? Do unicorns have wings?
Unicorns do not have wings.
Do you want me to not give you wings, or do you want wings?
I guess no wings is fine. I don't even particularly like unicorns.
Why do you call yourself Unicorn Rider then?
The Unicorn Gundam is a thing, and the writer of that is a cute boy, so...
Oh, shit! Which, so I haven't interacted at all with, like, Gundam, really. I think my brother, Lyria Bro, did for a little bit. Which one is, like, the good Gundam? I think I asked you this question, but, like, which one's actually good?
There are plenty of good ones. The best ones are the ones directed by Tomino, the original director. So that would be like original Gundam, Zeta, Double Zeta, Shard's Counterattack,
And what's, like...
Turn A.
Rue says Zaku's did nothing wrong. What is that? What does that mean?
Zaku is the mass-produced unit for the Zeon. Basically a sovereignty in space.
Ah, I see. So they, like, mass-produce Gundams, I'm assuming, of some kind?
Zaku is not a Gundam, it's a mobile suit.
It's a mobile suit. You'll have to forgive me. What is the difference?
So Gundams are specific mobile suits, and then all other mobile suits are different mobile suits.
Okay, so it's like a Gundam is like a distinction for like a particular model or specific thing, whereas a mobile suit is just like a...
Indeed.
It's just like a thing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I kind of think of the distinction between like... What are they called? I don't remember what they're called now. But there was like... In Armored Core, there's like mobile transports, and then there's Armored Cores. I guess also, this doesn't, now that I think about it, this doesn't track at all, so you can, this is fine. But I always felt like the cores themselves were like the special things, and then mobile transports were, or MTs were like the little dudes, where there was like a bunch of them. So I don't know.
I
Okay,
don't know
so...
anything about Armored Core, and I don't really think that's...
Like, not necessarily. Yeah, I think it fell apart when I actually started saying it, but yeah. Corey says, don't Gundams basically kill the pilot in exchange for power, and that's the main difference? Is that the main difference?
No, I think that would be the Witch from Mercury specifically. None of them really do that.
That's interesting. So there's only, like, in particular ones. Also, yeah, I guess that's another question. How many, like, different people, I guess, directed a Gundam? Like, has it historically been a lot of different people, or, like, directing the shows?
Yeah, so the main guy is Tomino, but, like, 00 is a different one. After War X is a different one. Witch from Mercury, that's a different director. War in the Pocket. So there's a bunch.
All right, what should I put as the name on your guy? What do you want on your guy? Because I was gonna put Unicorn, but I don't know.
You can put Lynx.
Lynx? How do I, like, with an I or a Y? Oh, sorry. Say that again.
Links.
All right, there we go. Here's your guy.
The pilot.
They're the pilot?
That is the name of the pilot, the Unicorn Rider. That's his name.
Oh, I see. Got it. Also, I'm realizing I think I put everything in all caps for Rue, so I'm gonna do that. Hold on a sec.
Anyways, nice talking.
Yeah.
Like your streams. Probably gonna stick around and have fun.
Yeah, thanks for coming in to be awkward with me on stream. I appreciate that. I'm gonna boot you out now. Bye-bye.
No problem.
Okay. That's 2 down. We got 2. Welcome, Rav. Welcome. Did I miss anything else? The final... Sorry. Yeah, I read like half of this and then didn't read the rest of it. The final act of Dustborn should have been a second game. The game should have ended either after the battle at the facility or when you left the hospital. Yeah, maybe. I think there's a lot of ways. Hey, Kindred, welcome. Welcome. 4 years old? Damn, flower grows so fast. Yeah, I know, right? I'm getting old. I'm getting old. There's, I think we have rants in the wings, in the waiting room. We'll get to them in a moment. I just wanted to fix the template a little bit. But yeah, if anyone wants to be a nerd and join the Discord call-in server, then I can drag you in here and you can claim a Lyrilyte. Alternatively, I will get around to just drawing Lyrilytes without call-ins, but I figured if anyone wanted to like call in, then they can do so. Yeah, just like the line art is like tripping me out. I feel like I need to pick in the outer line. Man, see, this is why I never draw on stream. Just for the record, in case anyone was wondering, I don't draw on stream because fucking I can't concentrate on drawing and doing other things at the same time. That's why I like never do this. Let's fix this arm. Very difficult. Okay. That is our new template. Copy paste. Template. What is this? I don't know what that layer is. This one's for rants. Okay, there we go. So much need to be changed in Dustborn. Yeah, I mean, like, there are certainly a lot of things. And it's interesting because I think there's a lot of opinions that I have on it, but it's like, realistically, a lot of them are opinions, so it is what it is. Okay. You mean I can come to VC and be a menace to you? Yes. So currently there is a Discord link pinned. If you would like to join and be a menace for some amount of minutes, you can do that. This is not me making a Discord server, just to clarify. Yes. Please don't get me banned. That is my only request. But to be completely honest with you know what's funny about that actually, by the way, about like not being bannable, is there's two things. First of all, I figured out hey, Caffeine, welcome. Welcome, thank you. Something I realized. So first of all, there were a lot of VTuber channels that were getting like banned, I think for like no reason. And then when that started happening, I was actually getting very concerned about whether or not I was going to get banned. And hopefully I don't. I don't know. But like the thing is, like, if YouTube ever told me a warning and then needed me to like stop talking about getting, you know, if they wanted me to stop talking about a lot of things, then I could stop doing that. Then I would cease. You know what I mean? I would stop, but no one has told me anything yet, so I have not stopped doing anything. I will never get him banned. Professionals have standards. Yeah, I mean, you can join the server. There is a link. You can do that. The unofficial official Discord server. Yeah, see, this is the thing, is that and I don't know if I've told people this, but like I've literally had the template, or like I sort of had the template of a Discord server. Now that I think about it, it's not really a good template, right? Because there's no bots or automation set up, or like really, like there's a number of things that aren't set up, right? I had that set up before I debuted. Just up until this point, and like moving forward, because like one of the things that I was planning was like, oh, I wonder if like I do actually want to set up a Discord server. I landed on I still don't, which is again hopefully fine. But like it's been there. It's like, you know, it exists technically, but I haven't had invites turned on, and I still don't want to run it. Could run it at any time. Still not gonna run it. The beauty of having a small community, YouTube won't care unless someone will be mean. Yeah, basically. And I think the other thing too, this is my headcanon, and I don't think, like, how do I say this? This is my headcanon, and I think it is why I've only really had, like, at 2 points in time, really, really, really mean people show up in chat, right? And I think so you're saying it's just super exclusive, donate now. So that was another thing that I was thinking. So before I launched memberships, I was thinking, oh, do I want to attach the Discord to membership? Right? And I was like, I don't know if I really want to do that either, because my understanding of the infrastructure or like the soul of a Discord server is that like it's fun because a lot of like you're in a community of people like who like the streamer, for example, right? Or it's like a game community, and there's like value in that by having a lot of people, right? Whereas if I change that to the value of it is that you are a member, so therefore you can join the server, then like 2 people would join and then nothing would like happen, you know. Don't worry, Flower, if someone says something even slightly bad, I'll mass report the stream to get you banned immediately. Thank you, Poi, I appreciate that. So the thing that I was going to say was that I think the reason why people aren't mean is that like I fully understand and acknowledge that anybody who wanted to be mean could absolutely fuck me over. They have all the power. Right? Listen, if you are slightly mean to me, I will piss and shit and cry and like fall over and then never stream again. Like that's just the reality. I'm a fragile little baby man, and I will stop at the drop of a hat. Right? And then when people come in and they're relatively mean, I go like, what did you mean by that? I don't know. I feel like there are some people who have come in and like they try to say something inflammatory, and I'm like, yeah, man, like that's fair. They're like, why are you pretending to be a girl? That's one of my favorite ones, where I'm like, I'm not. What are you talking about? Like, I am a guy. When did I ever say I was a girl? I literally like. Does it sound like my voice sounds female? Which, again, there's contention around that, but the point being, right, is that it's like, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just me. I don't care, man. Right? It's not a big deal. It's not complicated. I'm just here to have a good time. So, like, I'm not here to, like, argue with them. If they want to, like, if they want to be rude, they can leave where they can stay. I don't know if they want to waste their time. Like, I'll probably ban them. Yeah, cancel this manly man. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, there's contention, but you know, that's not the point of what I'm saying, right? I think we can easily say that I have a pretty standard masculine voice, is what I'm trying to say about myself. So, yeah, I don't know. It's like treat your haters with some degree of, like, respect isn't really the right term, but it's kind of like, it's fine, man. Like, we do a little bit of trolling. Sometimes people come in and they feel like doing a little bit of trolling. It's fine. What I'm saying, I guess, is that like I try really hard, because this is what I feel when I look at the internet and I look at the world, right? Is that my understanding is that the energy you send out is the energy you will get back, right? So when people are really rude, and then if you feed into that and then you're really rude back to them, then it'll escalate, right? So it's like, I'm just looking at the rules of the game, right? Like, I don't care the actual thing you're saying. The thing that you're saying is like whether you're being rude or not rude or whatever. And that's what the energy is. So like, if you want to be rude, I'm not going to play your game. Right? Like the rules, there's literally a thing in the rules that says you can de-escalate the situation by like, it's like you're counterspelling them. You know what I mean? I'm just a counterspell mage. Anyways, I think my problem is that like, I think that if I was actually tested on that, you know what I mean? Like, if someone really tested my patience, I think I wouldn't be able to handle it, which is why I'm not challenging anybody, right? Like, as I said, I'm a weak, tiny baby man. Like, you can fuck me up. I might get hard. Right? So, like, it's just, I don't know. I try not to... What do you mean, why? I didn't say anything. I literally didn't say anything. What are you talking about? I didn't say anything. Oh god. Is it running? Should be running. Is it not running? Oh my god. Why does it break immediately? I literally have the bot. It's right here. Why is my account not logged in? What the fuck, man? This drives me nuts. Alright, try it again. I'm so confused. Why does this bot randomly disconnect my account? That's so confusing. Ah, there we go. Thank you for the head pat. I appreciate it. Do I guess I just need to double check it every single time. That's really frustrating. Can I check something? Okay, there's broadcast. That's live settings. Auto reset cache 12 hours. Present viewers. Okay, thank you for the bonk. I appreciate that. Thank you. Well, I mean, why did you have to throw everything? This is not very... That was not very nice. Nah, you're not weak. You're quite mature in handling situations quite well. But also, how dare you, we're gonna cancel you. Hey, Toast, welcome. How's it going? Yeah, I don't know. Again, like I'm saying, I don't want to challenge anybody because I know that I would lose. Instead of a sub goal, can we get a pat goal? I could probably do that. I think I could do that. Also, I gifted 5 Lyrilytes and the thing hasn't updated. Let me see. Where is it? There's audio. There's chat. Members banner. Is it this one? Can I refresh it? Is it this one? How does this work? Properties? Oh. That's so funny. I'm gonna have to fix that later. Okay, so it is not going to accurately keep track of how many Lyrilytes there are because it's broken. It's literally just a word file right now. That's so funny to me. Because originally the way that this worked was that I used a stream label, and I feel like that should work, but I'm not gonna try troubleshooting it live. I don't want to do that. If you feel weak, just remember that you have a model with big chest muscles to make you feel extra manly and strong. Yeah, so this is just a text. This is just a text on screen. I think I deleted the wrong one because I think I had the goal set to like 50. You should totally troubleshoot right now. Welcome, Vana. Why would I do that? God damn it. No, we have stuff we need to do. It's been like an hour and I've only done 2 of these. we have so many more Lyrilytes to do. Alright, I'm gonna drag in Rants so we can get moving. Yeah, thanks for dropping by, Toast. I appreciate it. Friendly reminder that if you want to be a menace to me on stream, now is your opportunity to do it as I'm doing call-ins. If you call in, however, do note that I am going to force you to tell me what you want me to draw on your Lyrilyte, and I will need to give it a name. So, please be aware of that. Yo. Oh. Yo,
Hey,
what up? How's it going?
Going good. Been addicted to Marvel Rivals lately, so I haven't gotten sleep because I've been very addicted to that game.
That is fair. I mean, you see my streams when I like just start a game. I go for like 12 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if I
It's been
yeah.
it's been fun, but like one thing I've learned is that I really dislike team-based games because it's really fun when you win, but when you lose, your teammates get so toxic. It's like a healer. I was like, switch to the most effective role. I'm like, I only can play one character and we're silver, not even gold. Chill.
Yeah, I think the unfortunate thing about team games in general, right? Or multiplayer games, I think they'd benefit a lot if people just like relaxed, like they chilled out. But because the thing is, people generally want to win, right? And then if things aren't going, people want to win, and also people are very, I think egotistical is the right term, is that they want to believe that they know what the answer was and that nothing was their fault, right? So if they see any kind of like inaccuracy that you were doing, right? Like people in League of Legends, for example, will be very confident. They'll be completely confident that it was the jungler's fault and they did not watch anything the jungler did. The only thing they know is that the jungler either did not gank their lane or unsuccessfully ganked their lane. Right? So it sucks. I feel like team games would be a lot better if people just like fucking relaxed.
100%. Like it's so silly because like when you're a healer, people go like, heal me. It's like, and they're like, you suck at healing. It's like, and they're running like, especially when you're doing solo queue, they don't understand like when you run solo like to the flank, I can't heal them. So they're just like, switch to the DPS, and it's like, I don't know how to play this, and we're at low ranks. Like, I think it's definitely people just need to chill, and like people also get so addicted to like tier lists. It's like if you're low rank, like certain heroes work. That's kind of the point of like low rank is you can have fun with the characters that you go with. Like, but people just get so sweaty.
Yeah. So, at point saying, unfortunately, the game design kind of encourages it by having games be drawn out while it's clear that you're losing. So you're stuck losing for like half an hour, and that makes many people toxic. Yeah, and I think people have tried to address this, right, in a number of ways. Because like there's two things. So first of all, in something like League, there's catch-up gold, right? Like there's like stopping kill streaks and bounty hunting and stuff, right? Which you could say that an inexperienced player can't really take advantage of because like, you know, the support is gonna get like the kill or something, and like it doesn't, like, I don't know. All right, take care, caffeine. See you later.
And it's just like it's a thing where you got like when you're trying to balance like DPS and healing and like all these roles, it's like people just see the numbers too, which is a problem I think like these games have, is that like it's easy to be like when like DPS does well because you see like high def, high kill, but when you're like a healer, it's like you can see like the healing number, but it doesn't really show you what you're doing. So I think that's also kind of a problem with these games. It's like because like if I'm healing the team, like it's like people just say like, oh, that's just what you're expected. But so it's like you don't get recognition for it, and if they're dying, they just immediately assume it's the healer or tank's fault. So
yeah, I kind of compare it to what would I say? Like I compare that to the like Sona problem again. From this is like a League thing, right? Yeah, you need to add a save notification. Yeah, this is actually exactly what I was thinking, Rue, is that basically if you have healed somebody enough in a way that saved them from dying, so like you know how much damage that the other like DPS did to your DPS or like your tank or whatever, if in an excursion, like in a period of time where a DPS was attacking your tank and your healing prevented them from dying, like the healer could get like a saved category. And then it's like, do you know how many times the healer saved your ass? Like 13 times. That's how many times your ass was about to die and the healer saved you. Right? Like some way, because the problem is that something like Sona, like a passive buff, you can't tell how much it is helping you, right? Really. Like it's hard to tell. So having a way to say, no, this happened, your healer is doing something, like, you know, I think would help. By the way, just really quickly, can I ask you, like, what do you want me to put on your guy?
Sure, give me AI hands.
AI hands? Like 6
AI
fingers?
Hands and AI feet. Yeah.
Okay, got it. All right, let me do that. We gotta get 6 fingers on him. So we're gonna put your thumb here, right? There's your thumb, and then here's this finger, which is gonna melt into this finger, and then there's another one. Here we got there's 4, and there's gonna be this other. There's gonna be the 6th one, and then we gotta do it again. This is so cursed. let's see. Let's put this one here, and then there's that one, and then this one. Then actually, this is gonna melt into the leg line, and then that's gonna go here. And this is gonna go here, and then this one is gonna go over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6. And then now we need to... I actually don't know how they handle feet. I can only imagine it's similar, but let's do let's make a foot here. I feel like I should have had some kind of additional question that I could ask, like a default question, but I genuinely can't think of any.
Hey, you're good. Like, it's one of those things where, especially when you're first like Discord call, it's very awkward, because I was also a mod of someone else called, like, I think we seen when he was doing it, and it's always very awkward the first time. It's even awkward it's awkward for the viewers. It's awkward for the YouTuber too. So you're doing good. You're doing good.
Thanks, I appreciate that. It's, yeah, and, it's not like the first time I've ever been in a Discord call. I mean, I don't know if that's probably not what you were implying.
But, yeah, no, it's like with you, yeah, you too, but of an audience, it's always different, because, like, audience and your friends, like, with your friends, you can be a little bit more, like, casual, but with, like, when you're viewers and things, there's a little bit of professionalism. You're still just chatting, of course, but Yeah,
I think the vibe is a bit different, right?
Yeah.
Also because, like, there's less like in jokes, for example, that you can just say randomly. Like, yeah. 4 is a really funny number, which you can't bring up every time, right? But like, when your friend comes down with 4 spoons in their hand so that you can eat your pudding, it's like, all right, why did you bring 4? And it's like, damn, we dropped the joke. That's crazy. Damn it. Shit. Oh, shiz. What smile do you have, by the way?
What do you say? Sorry?
What smile do you have?
What smile? You can just give me a, since it's AI, just give me 2 mouths.
2 mouths? Okay, all right. Let's do, there's 1, and then we're gonna have that blend into that. All right, you have, there's a second mouth. And it's gonna be open with some teeth there, and then actually, let's do another one over here. And there you go. You have 2 mouths.
Yes.
Anything else you wanted to say before I kick you out?
No, just happy birthday, and again, you're just doing good. Like, like there's times where I do, like, you're doing good, and thanks for all the content, dude.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's actually been really nice to hear people, because, I'm not immune from the, how did they say it before? It's like when you go to an event, like, as a big person, and then they're like, oh, there's like 1,000 people there. And you're like, it really puts it into perspective that there's 1,000 people. So hearing people talk, it's like, oh goodness, there's like a real person. That's crazy. You're telling me this entire time Rance wasn't just like a chatbot? That's insane.
Yeah, although that's going to be actually very weird now, since what's going with AI, sadly, is there are going to be a lot more AI users. So that's going to be, the future is going to be weird with that. Like, it's even like, I always have to put a comfortable distance around things, but with all the AI things, it's like I'm even putting more now, since it's being more and more synthesized to, like, for companies. For the start, it's eventually going to get better, because AI is not going to give them money, but, like, for the investors, you're going to get a lot more AI viewers, which is going to be weird.
Yeah, I saw that Facebook was doing something like that, and I was like, that is a very interesting... I don't know... I think I can kind of understand what they're trying to do, which is, like, they want, like, how would you say, like, an algorithmic kind of content machine. I think that's what they're trying to do. I would hope that people aren't, like, brain rotted enough to actually care about that, but I don't know. People are not. Yeah, so who knows? It's fine.
Yeah, the one good thing I will say about that is it's a fear that people have been having, and it's going to probably suck in the beginning, but I think the big thing that's going to probably stop that is investors. since I feel like investors are not going to be happy about that, and that's what makes like the money. So luckily, I think like it's going to be like a lot of things where I feel like as we're kind of getting to new technology, there's going to be people that get screwed over. But luckily, the good thing is I don't think the technology is good enough yet, and I think eventually it might be. But future's future, and like things are going to change so much that we don't even know. So I always just try to look at the present and just have fun with life that I have, because life is rough, but hey, we live it and it's fun.
Yeah, that's reasonable. All right, I'm gonna kick you out so we can bring someone else in.
Have a
Thank you
good day.
for making this cursed, awful, terrible thing, and I'll see you later. Bye.
See ya.
Alrighty. Is there anything? I just want to like fix some lines. Let me do that. And oh, you know what? Wait, hold on a second. Wait, I one more thing. This tail is going to turn into a wing. Okay, there we go. It's gonna assume that that's a wing because I'm gonna put a wing here, and then it's gonna be like symmetrical. And this one must also be a wing, but here it's like a tail, but then it's gonna become like a wing. It's gonna be kind of blended. It's going to become something else. There we go. All right, nice. We did it. I'm not fake. I'm a real AI chatbot. I can confirm that Poi is a real AI chatbot. Listen, I don't know how else to say this. How do I say this? The design criticisms could only have been made from a person. That's what I'm gonna say. Oh shit, this is wrong. This one. Okay. Here's a new one. Here we go. Simply look at when the account was made. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know. There's like a lot of... I mean... I don't really know if this is like a good time to be on a pedestal about like the entire point of art, right? But like half of the reason why I want to share an experience with a person is not because like a number goes up, right? And it's the same reason why like I'm still doing this and I'm pretty like confident about that. I want to, at least for the near future, if I am allowed to continue doing this, is that like I don't give a shit about whether or not, like, you're only one sub, right? The reality is that, like, you have chosen to take some time out of your day to, like, listen to my blabbering, whatever. And if there's, like, some memory from this content that you cared about, and then you're like, well, that actually meant a lot to me, then, like, that's all I can really hope for, right? There have certainly been creators that I have listened to, right, who make me feel like I'm not crazy, basically, like validate my feelings, in the sense that, like, oh, I'm not the only person who has this kind of thought, right? Which, for example, stuff like art, like, part of the point is that it is a reflection of your... It's the same thing I said about humor. It's like, it's a reflection of your intuition, your lived experiences, and I just want to know that there is someone else who has had lived experiences that I can understand. Right? It's actually not more complicated than that, right? And the problem is that when you make that algorithmic, right, or it's generated, then like this is the combined experiences of a bunch of different people. So like I don't care, right? I care about what this individual is saying and how they respond to things, what their life was like, and like how that manifests in whether that's writing, whether that's like video editing, like what are the kinds of memes that they use? What are the sound effects they use? How did they do like this one bit in that video? How did they want to do it? Not that there is an objective correct or not correct. It's that like their intuition, their like artistic feeling at that time was to create this particular thing in this way, right? And that's what I care about, right? Which is not, it's not a number, right? And it's not like an objective value that you can create, right? And actually, interestingly, because I wrote a paper for someone on the topic of design, right? And basically what I said was like, the reason why you can't necessarily invalidate or replace a designer is that like the logic to like the thing that I do as a designer isn't necessarily to like make the objectively correct decision. It's to understand what the logic of another human being is, whether that's the producer, the programmer, the artist, whatever they actually wanted to achieve. I need to understand what that is, and then I can think of the best way to make that happen, right? But the only reason that's possible is that I need to understand whatever the hell their logic is, right? It comes from another person, and then you have to understand that person at like a very, like, at a human level, so that you can fabricate something new. So basically, consume content slop, etc. Six fingers. I don't know. It's fine. Hey, so welcome. Welcome. Thank you for showing up to my birthday stream. I think I am ready to bring in the next individual. We are drawing Lyrilytes today. I've successfully been three call-ins today, which we might be here for a while. If I think about it, I did want to make. I wanted to focus a little bit on. What did I say? I want to focus on actually getting a few more Lyrilytes done closer to the end of the stream. So I might stop call-ins eventually, but I'll continue for now. Also, I think I can do this. I can do another 5. Hopefully, people who are actually in the chat get hit. Zoo. Oh my goodness. Why are these not going to these people? Can I gift individual users? What is this? This is stupid. Also, the Lyrilyte number isn't going to go up, just for the record. Now, let me see. Can I do this? If I do this, what's going to happen? Is going to allow me to do this? Oh! No! No, it's not gonna... No! I'm so tilted! No! Okay, so I have a story to tell. This is so funny. No! This sucks so much! Okay, the reason... Alright, hear me out. The reason why I can't... Okay, so... How far back do I need to go to say this story? Okay, so I was shopping for Lyria Bro for Christmas, and all he wanted was a gift card to like get some clothes and stuff. So I was like, all right, I'll load him up a gift card. I'll get that for him. But what happened was that, and I was like, okay, 5 minutes in and out. I'm gonna get my gift card. I'm gonna leave. It's gonna be fine. I walk into the store. Like, ask for my gift card. Do a thing. Hey, Poi, thank you. Thank you for the 10 gifted. People, come on, people in chat. Come on, hit people in chat. Hit people in chat. Oh my god. I don't know, maybe you need to turn on memberships or something. Which, by the way, turn on receiving gifted memberships. However, here's the problem. Is that when I tried to use my credit card, it was declined. Also, as well hasn't been here for a while. Cool. So I was like, okay, this thing isn't working. That's fine. I set up like an Apple Pay to actually pay for the thing. It worked, and I was like, okay, thank God. I asked for a replacement. I asked for a replacement card, and it said on the replacement that it was like, hey, I swear I can finish this. I can finish the story. I asked for a replacement card, but they said you cannot use, or they said you can use the card while the new one comes in, but up until a couple days ago, that stopped working. So I can still use Apple Pay, but I cannot use the card details in order to send gifted and stuff. I'm actually so upset about that because I was literally like, okay, if anyone walks in, I'm just gonna like try sending a bunch of gifts, and then like, it's like, oh yeah, I'm only gonna make for Lyrilytes, and then like people were just gonna be Lyrilytes. So I'm going to say that they're supposed to be, and I will handle it later. Doesn't using Apple anything on YouTube make it like 20% more expensive? I have no idea. And Apple Pay is just a way to use like a card on your phone so that you don't need to use a card. Which again, I would not necessarily use unless, like I wouldn't be using it if not for the fact that literally my card broke. So I'm realizing now I can't actually do it. That's very upsetting to me actually. Because I was definitely planning on gifting more memberships, but now I'm gonna have to do it over the course of a series of days, I guess. Or whenever the heck my next card comes in. It's fine. The point was that I just wanted to draw Lyrilytes for people, so it doesn't matter. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I don't know, maybe it's like a local thing. Like how do you say? People change their... How do you say? Sometimes things are changed based on region and like device and stuff like that. So I don't know. Who knows? Anyways, I'm gonna bring in the next caller. Hello, Rev. You are live.
Hello.
How's it going?
Yeah, hey mate. Doing great. How about you?
I'm doing good. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, trying to draw and talk at the same time with someone is actually quite difficult. It was more difficult than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, you're gonna get used to it at some point.
Yes. I'm gonna go with a firm, of course I will. Is there anything you wanted me to draw on your guy in particular?
Considering I'm enjoyer of birds, maybe some birds feature, like, feathered cape.
Should I give it a beak? I actually don't, so first of all... Okay.
No. Face, I will have 2 words.
Okay.
Anya smile.
Just a smile?
Hey. Hey meme.
Okay. Shit, I don't know exactly what you're
small
referring
eyes and that big screen. Spy family that smile.
Oh, okay, got it. Shit, what do the eyes look like again?
I think it was like really, really small eyes that you barely can see. Anyways, yeah, that's the voice of the guy who makes bad jokes about you.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. I swear, what was it like? You're the second highest timed out member on my stream.
I think so.
Yeah, and I think the top one was, it might have been Poi, but that's just because of
I think
presence.
It's Poi. Yeah, and I'm rarely there, but still second place, so that tells a lot. Anyways,
yeah, I think if you take the ratio instead of like how long you have been in the stream and how many times you have been banned, the ratio is a lot closer, right? Because Poi is here a lot, so that's why I ban him a lot. But for you, it's more like you show up, drop some kind of dank meme, and I'm like, well, now I have to ban you. Why would you do that? God damn it.
Why not? Why not?
You got me with that one. Sometimes you just need to shitpost.
Yeah. Listen, sometimes you just need to feel a little bit mean to your streamer, show them tough love.
I'm inclined to agree. I wish that I could be more actively mean, because I lurk too much, and then I want to say something like that I think is funny but isn't actually funny. And then I never have to do it again.
You just gotta find that right barriers you can kind of touch.
Yeah, because you don't want to say something actually like wild, right? No, but I know that my chat is not out to get me, so.
Why would we be? Like, seriously, I don't really understand those people that try to destroy any streamer just to destroy them. Like, why?
I think there are
What's
people
the
who are
point?
like just genuinely very angry, right? Like their inner being is like they are mad, right? Like whether that's their circumstances, where they are, whatever, right? Like they don't like the way they live their life is like eating an orange, right? Like someone might just eat an orange because like they want to eat an orange, but for these people it's literally like the only way that I can feel like I did something today was that I dunked on the evil people. You know what I mean? Or even not that I dunked on the evil people, that it's like you could say that, oh, VTubers are an atrocity, right? And then you might feel strongly about wanting to troll one. Or that maybe they just think it's funny, or that like there's so many reasons, right? And
I mean,
who
you
knows
also
what
have-
yeah. Go ahead.
You also have like self-righteous people, but that's a different case.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, right? Where like they feel like they're getting the evil people. That's kind of like what the term that I used was, that like if you ideologically dislike another person, right, then you might, you know, feel like you're doing a service by being like all the people who are like, oh, you're, I mean, I don't really want to talk about it, but they're just people who are like, oh man, this like VTuber is doing well, how dare they? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah. They're just
Anyway,
really mean
speaking
about
of
it.
orange, did you know that lemons are not naturally occurring fruits?
What? Did we make
Actually-
lemons?
Yeah, they are made from crossbreeding orange and citron. Life never gave us lemons.
Why? 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 I didn't need to know this. I like lemons. Why'd you have to tell me that lemons came from somewhere? Or didn't come from somewhere, rather? Also, why did you have to mention breeding? I got distracted. Let me just double check the Anya face. Because I feel like this isn't actually the Anya face. Give me 2 seconds.
I mean, it's kinda accurate.
Nah, I feel like we gotta step it up. Okay.
Another
okay, I
fun
got
fact.
it. Yeah, keep spitting some facts at me.
You can always see your nose.
Oh, I hate that one.
It's always there.
No, that one's the worst. I actually hate it when people tell me that one. I'm like, no! I'm noticing it. Things like you're breathing manually don't fuck me up. It's the you can see your nose. Or it's like,
Oh.
what's another one?
Also, I think oranges also are made from crossbreeding some fruits.
Really? Like the current orange? I know bananas are, right?
Maybe.
Aren't bananas? I think, like, because bananas weren't, like, edible. Is that, am I hallucinating that? No, bananas are radioactive? Radioactive? Are they?
I think that was a fake news.
Oh, was it really?
However, the funny thing with bananas, it's like the bananas we buy from the grocery shop are like the bananas that you will truly give to animals, or you know, it's not the tastiest one. We only get those bananas because we have requirements of their shape. Meanwhile, the most tastiest bananas have the either like really straight shape or kind of weird shapes.
Wait, so you're saying that if we
Okay.
had
And
real
very
bananas, they would be
flavors.
better for right? Like if they're straighter. Is it better if it's curved or straight?
I think it's better flavor-wise if it's like more straight or have like weird shape.
Okay, got it. I was thinking of where I was. You want. Thank you, Unicorn. Okay, so apparently the curved banana is better for. Okay, curved bananas are better for butt stuff. Thank you for clarifying. Just wanted to make sure. Got it. All right, got it. Okay, I think this is sufficiently Lyrilyte enough. Oh wait, you need a tail. Actually, wait. If you're a bird.
Yeah, a bird.
You would have more like a bird tail, right?
Yep.
I don't know. I think that's a bird tail, maybe. What kind of bird has this sort of tail, like the fan tail? Do you know?
I think it depends on bird. The owl tail is like a little bit like fan, but pointing down rather than up. Peacock have some sort of fun tail that they spread out.
Right, yeah, they have like a big one that goes like, it would be like more like that. All right. Well, there's your guy. We fixed
Yay.
it. It is now a little bit more smug. I was gonna say they look a little. There's a little bit of oddness, I think, in this one. It's fine. I mean, it can't be worse than two mouths, but you know.
It exactly mirrors what I do in chat.
I would say that is accurate. You're like, you post something and then this is now what I'm going to see in my head. It's like, you know, maybe I didn't need that. But it's good, it's good. So, was there anything else that you wanted to say before I kick you out?
Yeah, Discord when?
Discord when? Never. I'm literally never going to make a Discord.
I will make one instead.
I can't stop people from making a Discord. But I'm not making a Discord. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. I am already failing to deliver on every other thing that I'm doing. Once I have enough energy to do it, I will make one. But I don't know. I get the sense that I'm not the most Discord savvy. Like, it took me longer than I'd like to admit to simply make this Discord server where you get auto-muted and I can move people and set up roles and stuff like that. I don't know. It'd probably be faster if I knew what I was doing, but that's beside the point. So, thanks so much for calling in. I'm gonna boot you out now.
Happy birthday, little boy.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
May your chest grow bigger.
Oh my god. I swear to... Where are you? Are you in chat right now? Where are you? Where was your last message? I'm scrolling up. I'm gonna find you. Where the heck were... There you were. Alright. Sent the timeout. Timed out 5 minutes. Alright. That's what I thought. Alright, see you later. Bye.
Yeah.
Goddamn. This fucking guy. Don't encourage him. I'm actually eating a banana right now. Yeah, listen, sometimes people curve off a little bit to the left or the right. I'll have you all know that I'm a... Why would I say that? Why would I say that? I'm literally... Alright, listen. Light poles are very straight. That's all I'm gonna say. Missed a whole bunch of other stuff. Okay, left personally. Oh my god. Thank you for the bonk. I appreciate it. That's what we do here. Oh, I forgot to put... Shit. No, I timed him out so you can't tell me what name to put on it. That's so funny. Well, I think the name right now is this, so I will do that. This is for all Alright, there we go. Lyrilyte is looking up at you. It certainly is. There was the one that was, in fact, looking up at me. I think I want to move the face a little bit. A little too high. Move it down a little bit. Like that. Alright. Okay. So now we have 4. Template. Move it. There they is. Alright, I'm going to move the next color in. This looks to be our last one. So I'm going to do that. Let me just move him in. Hello. Hello, Toast. Welcome.
Hi.
How's it going?
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Now that we have four lads, it really feels like we're heating up. God, the like 6 toes really kills me. Is there something that you would like on your Lyrilyte?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm sad I couldn't get you a membership, by the way. I think you weren't hit by the way.
I had to quickly turn it on because it's turned on the other account, but not this one. So
Ah, I see.
unfortunately, I was a little too late. But
Yeah,
it's
no,
fine.
I would fix it right now if I could, but as I was mentioning, I'm literally waiting on a new card, which is unfortunate. What terrible timing. Hey, welcome,
Unfortunate,
Chris.
but
Welcome.
It's not the end of the world. I
Yes.
appreciate the thought.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll fix it. We'll make it happen.
I think I will take. How about a halberd? I always love halberds.
A halberd? You want me to draw you with like a weapon?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. First, I need to like add the rest of the normal Lyrilyte stuff because I'm realizing my template doesn't actually have all of the things on it. Let me do that real quick. Also, welcome, Kraos. If you want, you can call in. If you would like. I'm drawing Lyrilytes at the request of people
I
who
have something to say.
join
but
call.
My mind's blanking on it at the moment.
You don't have to, but if you want to, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, no worries. I'm just chilling. I wasn't sure what I was supposed to expect when I randomly invited people. I felt like, so when I originally had the idea, I was like, maybe it would be a good idea to like mention this earlier, right? Like like mention that I'm doing like a call-in stream so that people could like prepare questions for Q&A or something. But honestly, I was more thinking that no one would want to join. So I was like, I don't really want to, I don't want to do it in advance. I don't want to set expectations, basically. I was too busy running away from expectations to make something usable for people. Did you have any like questions, random questions?
Oh,
I know that making like a
on your mind beforehand, but once you're actually in the moment, everything just escapes your mind.
Yeah, that like kind of. I was just told yesterday about taking notes. Taking notes is good so that you can have them written down and then and then
that by now, being the whole GM and everything.
Yeah.
I still don't know.
Oh, do you GM for like D&D and stuff?
D&D.
Cool.
More than just D&D.
Yeah.
A number of tabletop RPGs.
What other
most
RPGs?
recently for Christmas, I got one by one of my favorite creators, Tom Bloom, called Kane.
What is the like conceit of the system or story or whatever?
So the topic of Kane is that there's an entire like additional layer to the world that's made up of emotions, and it's kind of just off the background in most cases, but there's certain individuals that can tap into it, known as those with grace. They manifest them in various sort of psychic-esque powers, Some would like you can send psychic fireballs, you can redact the world, telekinesis, you can soul walk, and stuff like that. You just have a paralysis shadow demon wandering around with you, stuff like that.
That sounds terrifying. I don't know if I'd want a sleep paralysis demon following me around.
It could tell you the future, but it hurts when it does.
Oh, how terrible.
But when people have too much negative emotions, essentially like trauma and whatnot, they go through a transformation which turns them into a sin. Sins are manifestations of negative emotions in various forms, usually caused by traumas that will begin to rewrite the real world. Cain is the name of a organization that is essentially knockoff SCP Foundation, where they take as many grace touch people as they can to prevent them from becoming sins, and then train them so that those individuals that they miss that do become sins, they can send these trained exorcists go take them down. It's like a mix of investigation where you're looking into the things that led to this sin to manifest. Like each sin type has a collection of questions you got to answer to give yourself bonuses against it, and then shonen monster of the week fighting, where you actually go and duke it out with a sin with your epic anime powers.
I see. Yeah, so it's kind of like a... this is a tabletop RPG, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's kind of like doing like a Phasmo style, except you can also fight them, and also like there's more systems. But like I thought this idea of questioning and trying to decipher what the monster was, that like the yeah, I think Rav has a good question here. Like, do you actually do the like questions game with the players? Because that's kind of cool.
So how it works is it's in the form of a hunt format, where essentially the party goes to a location, usually the area that surrounds the Sin's palace or its den, and they go about trying to discover what causes it to manifest. So you're like looking for information about its backstory. That could be by finding physical tidbits, getting information from certain people, so on and so forth.
Yeah, so I'm guessing they give you like a lot of good God, how do you call it? They give you good templating to make sure you like have the right information in the place, and they're like clues for the players to get.
Each sin has 3 questions, which is specific to the sin type, that usually helps you format how that sin came to be. I can give you an example if you want.
Sure, why do you like... I am not going to say it. Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, just do an example. Yeah. Okay,
so the first sin that you read in this first class is the ogre. The ogre is formed from despair, feelings of inadequacy, failure, shame. It's a big hulking manifestation for self-distaste. The questions or the traumas for the ogre is: who or what pushed you into this hole? Who or what is keeping you from going over the edge? What are you most ashamed of? So the players are trying to find questions, the answers to this particular ogre. All ogres have the same questions, but the answers differ.
Oh, okay. So if they like explore around the place, they can find the... So you're not trying to decipher a type. Do they tell you what
you get the type in the beginning.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
Like,
so
at the beginning, you're told, like, this is an ogre, or this is a hound, or something like that.
Yeah, so it's less about, like, deciphering what the type is, and it's more like, okay, we're going to give you the type, and then you can, like, run through this scenario, or explore around...
deciphering what led to it becoming itself.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that, like, is that just the entirety of the game? Because that already sounds cool by itself, but maybe it, like, gives you bonuses in the next stages.
It's harder than just find them, because you have to go around dealing with races, like sub-elements of the sin that are wandering about. Other things, also humans that may be in the area, because Kane is like a clandestine operation that does not agree with the police. So you gotta like sneak around security, deal with mercenaries and all that kind of stuff, fight cults, and then once you get the questions, or even before that, if you just decide you don't want to and want to make the fight harder for yourself,
yeah,
you also have to locate the Sin's palace.
Right.
Go into it and then use, I believe it was the Nail of Gable, which is a Exorcist power that all Exorcists have, to bring the Sin into its palace. Because once it's in its palace, it cannot escape from you. And then you destroy it.
Right, yeah. So I get the sense that there's like a lot of... I'm seeing how there's a lot of room to just like, well, you effectively just run a TTRPG adventure, but like there's a lot of focused questions or like information you're looking for, which I think is really good, just for the record. Like, I think there's sometimes a disconnect between, like, if you drop a player into a dungeon and then there's like a puzzle, right? It's possible that the DM like communicated some information about like, this is what you're supposed to be doing, but maybe people forgot it, or like they weren't as attentive, or they had their own ideas on like what they wanted to go find. But in this system, because you can, like, the players know what the goals are, like they are briefed on the formula, which means that they can ask questions themselves about how they want to go about finding the answers to those questions. Right?
Yeah.
There's like a little bit of direction, but I think it's to like help players navigate towards like the content that you made for them, right?
Yeah.
Which is not always the case. Sometimes it's just like you don't. I literally spent one session where I got KO'd in like the first 30 minutes, and then my party left me wedged in a doorway. I literally never let them live that down. Which, it was one of my first RPGs, so I could have definitely joined in as party conscience. Like, my DM probably would have let me do that. But I was like, no, I'm KO'd, so like I'm not gonna participate. They were stuck on this puzzle for the entire like 5-hour session. I had no idea what the puzzle was either. But the thing is, I was, you know, it's like, wow, you guys left me in a doorway. I don't know. In that system, there was like all action penalties, and then like if they were high enough, then like basically a character couldn't move, right? And I got like super KO'd. Basically, the thing in the labyrinth or area that we were in, it was like a type of minotaur, I guess. I don't even know if it was a minotaur, but it was like an element of like anger or something. Like it was an anger demon, and my character was like an emotions psychic. So I tried to like invoke it, like I tried to pacify it, right? So because I specifically tried to pacify the anger demon, it like backlashed me for like all of my everything, and then I could not move. So they wedged me in a door. My party wedged me in a door.
Personally, I felt like that should have worked, but I guess that's just my DMing style.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it might have been in like the modus operandi of like the actual thing itself, like the creature itself. I know for this DM, they're very rule centric, like they're quite exacting, which is nothing against them. They're just like they do stuff differently.
It's just a different style. Everyone has their way of doing things. I'm a very narrative and rule of cool person. I like homebrew and whatnot. I like a lot of roleplay stuff over mechanical things, so sometimes I'll just be like, you know what, that's cool, screw the rules, you do that. But not everyone is for that and whatnot, and it's completely understandable.
Yeah, and I think that the interesting thing for me about like trying to balance the idea of rule of cool, right, is that like you need to find some way that it may be kind of, well, again, I'm putting my own expectations on it. You don't necessarily need to do this, but it's like trying to find that balance of like how much within the system is this idea, and like how can we facilitate it so like that we push the narrative forward, right? You know what I mean? No, this isn't. Okay, it's stuck in wall. Help me, step flat. Okay, it was a door, first of all, and they left me on the ground. I was literally a door. I was wedged in the door. That's what they did.
Jeez, pay attention to the story, guys.
Yeah, jeez. The detail was that I was stuck on the ground. What the? I didn't even say anything, Rand. What is this? It's not even my fault. Oh my god. Excuses.
Chat would do this to you.
Man.
This is so sad.
I can't believe
Ignoring the fact I'm also part of chat.
Yeah. No, it's actually really funny because, like, oh my god. The funny thing is that character, it was actually my first RPG character. So that was my first ever RPG. But the premise of the character was that the reason she was a sentience psychic, or yeah, emotions, basically. The system was Anima Beyond Fantasy. It's not very good, just for the record. But it was the thing that my group knew, which is why they were DMing it for me. The reason she was like that was because she just wanted everyone to love her, like in a creepy yandere way.
Huh.
So she would, like, every time she met somebody, she would just, like, try to, like, charm them and be like, you will love me, basically. So she was fucking crazy. I don't think I roleplayed them very well. I tried to remake the character. You know what's actually interesting about that? I tried to remake the character for a later RPG. And the reason a similar thing happened, it wasn't versus an anger demon, but the rules for psychics in Anima is there's a disadvantage you can take where when you fail a psychic roll or a psychic check, you take backlash damage. And in Anima, it is a D100 system. You critically fail on 30%, so 1, 2, 3. And you roll and subtract. So I failed the, like, manifestation roll, and then I critically like fumbled the roll. So because I took the psychic backlash damage, like, disadvantage, I took like 2 times my HP in backlash damage. It was really bad. So
It really just exploded you.
yeah, I made the character again, and then they immediately died to my own creation. And the reason why Anima, by the way, just for the record, why I feel like it's not a very good system is that it's very number centric and it is very min-maxy centric. So the way another DM described it to me was there are kind of like winners and losers out of character creation, which like doesn't feel good, right? But
Part of the reason why I like Kane is it's actually kind of the opposite, where it's very rolling light. In fact, one of the main things is that for a majority of doing things, it specifically states you don't really need to roll. You only need to roll once that things get like hard or risky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like if there's actually a chance to fail something, then you do need to roll to see if it works, right? The thing that I was gonna add on to was that, funnily enough, that because that psychic died, basically, and man, it was such a shame. Like, I thought her backstory was really cool because she was like a noble from like the dynasty of that world, because the DM has like a bunch of world notes written out. So they were like a rich noble, and they had this weird like how do you say, like, oh, I'm like so innocent and cutesy, but like they're a creepy yandere person. Because that psychic died, that is when I made Flaris. Like, the next character I made was very not min-maxed. Like, I took a bunch of disadvantages. Like, I took Klutzy, which means like you fail dex rolls and stuff. Like basic dex saves. My character at some point in time needed to learn the spell Stop Fall, because Flaris would just fall over, and I'd be like, okay, well, I need to not take fall damage randomly every time I fall over, so I'm gonna learn Stop Fall. But yeah, because the character was like a human. I took a bunch of random disadvantages that I didn't care about. I took like narrative backgrounds and stuff, and then the only thing that I did actually put some amount of min-maxing into was the flag, right? Which was used to like basically it let me like double cast spells or something like that. It didn't like not actually double cast, but it gave me more. You have to actually accumulate mana before you cast a spell in that game, so it gave me like more of that, and I could do more stuff. I could cast buffs faster, effectively. So, yeah. What face do you have, by the way? What smile do you have? Do you want me to change the face at all?
Give me the 3D. The the little double bump with the open mouth underneath it.
Ah, I see. Okay, so it's like the cat face, but with like an open mouth.
Yeah, sort of like Nokatan.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you a tongue as well.
Also, give me a little fang in there too.
A fang? Okay.
Yeah. One more small detail about Kane, just to kind of add on to it.
Yeah.
While it does have like that, depressing trauma hunt stuff, it also has some very funny elements in it. For example, there's the quote-unquote store section has a number of things. It has kids and stuff like that, but also has outfits and uniforms. It is canonical that all exorcists start out with recycled, uncomfortable, non-fitting shoes, and you have to spend in-game currency to get comfortable shoes.
Why? Why is that
not?
important?
It's not important. It's just a fun extra detail that makes the thing feel more alive and gives more character to Kane as an organization. And stuff like that I find amazing.
Sure.
Also, to everyone in chat, I suggest looking up Kane. Even if you're not going to buy it or whatnot, you don't play TPT RPGs. Look at the art style. Tom Bloom's art style is amazing. And just the art alone gives a good vibe of what the setting feels like.
Yeah, do you want to type the game name in chat, Toast?
With
Do you want to type the game's like name into chat so people can find it for like who's actually looking for it?
It's literally just Kane, so it's not too hard to look up. I suggest putting TTRPG or Tom Bloom behind it. I'll type his name down too.
Yeah. Cool.
To get it easier, because sometimes you get like another TTRPG. It's called Cairn, which is the same thing with like an R before the N.
Yeah. Yeah, I assumed that it would be Kane spelled with like a K, but I don't know.
It's Kane. It's after Cain and Abel.
Yeah. Is Cain of Cain and Abel spelled with a C?
I believe so.
Interesting. Yeah, that's got to be some like Mandela effect shit. I thought it was a K, but I also don't. Yeah. Okay. Was there anything else you wanted to mention before hopping off?
You look adorable, and I want to pat your head.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. You can do that, you know. You can pat my head right now. You can do the command right now. You can do it right. All right, thank you. I really appreciate that.
I honestly, it's taken a lot of stuff for me to not invite you to join campaigns, because I feel like you'd have fun, but I want to invite a lot of people, and it'd be kind of weird inviting a VTuber that I watch to. So.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like actually there's an RPG today that I'm gonna be participating in, but I feel like I join a lot of them, and then like I don't actually have the energy to enjoy them, and I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? So it's okay. I'm at no shortage. I'm glad though that there are people who care about TTRPGs, because I do like, I know that when I was first playing them, like they were so magical to me. You know what I mean? Like I had so much fun playing them, and I still do, but like I think you really need good DMs to like make it happen, and I think everyone who I've ever played an RPG with, like I know that the DMs have cared. I actually haven't been in a group where like there's crazy nightmare stories about like how bad the players are. Definitely there's a few, like maybe there's a bit, right? like for some people, you know, not to at them in 4K, but it's good. I appreciate that you seem passionate about these things. Because I just appreciate that experience is being given to other people who, you know, RPGs are dope. I'm glad you're doing that.
My players are having fun. I'm having fun, so everything's working out well.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna kick you out. I'm gonna move you out of here, and then
So
thanks
long,
for coming
everyone.
in.
Maybe at some point I'll actually finish up that VTuber stuff I've been working on.
Yeah, and if you ever do, let me know.
Yeah, I'd love to collab at some point. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, see you later, Toast.
Bye, everyone. Bye,
Bye-bye.
Claire. Again, happy birthday.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. There's no one currently in the waiting room. So if you would like to join, please feel free to do so. Or if you would just simply like a little if you would like me to if you would like a Lyrilyte, you can simply let me know. Is a repeat fine? Do you want to rejoin? Do you want me to make another Lyrilyte? Sure, if someone wants to just join in, then why not? Also, yeah, Rev, did you want to... Yeah, Kraos, if you want to... Did you want to join a call to bug me, or do you just want... I will take text prompts as well, because I know Poi didn't want to join, like, the call, but it feels immensely incorrect to not make a Poi, like a Lyrilyte Poi Lyrilyte. That seems like wrong. Make a Kane Lyrilyte? These things look weird. Once again, call, but I'm in... Oh, I see. Yeah, no worries, no worries. What do you want on your Lyrilyte? What would you like? So I'm gonna, just so that I can focus and like get the things done, I will do that first. And then I will, then maybe I'll take rejoins. Just make it open mic and do Lyrilytes while yapping? What do you mean open mic? Keep the timer to like 5 minutes plus or minus for double dippers. Well, see, this is the problem, is that like I would just like let people like hop in, I guess, or something like that, but I'm not super confident in my moderation abilities. My concern was that if someone wanted to be rude and join and then like do rude things and be a rude person, that I can they start in the waiting room, right? Which means that they would be incapable of being rude, probably. But yeah, let me get these first Lyrilytes out of the way. Flame powers and your first square. They live in the punishment pot. Okay, I think I got it. I'm actually considering it, but it's very much up in the maybe. I lied about not having a face for radio. I very much do. I was very truthful about not being able to hold a conversation. No, like, I mean, you know, you can do whatever. You don't need to join in order for me to make you a Lyrilyte. It's just, it was supposed to be the mechanism for you to describe something to me, and then having someone else yap in the background makes it easier for me to draw things. Okay, this one is going to be in a jar, in a pot. Like this. This is for Kraos. I think that was spot like this, right? Face for radio is my preferred way to call a face ugly, by the way. It's a good insult. I did not know that, but that makes a lot of sense. That didn't even, like, register in my brain. Okay, so there's this. Okay, you have flame powers. So what if we did this? We did like this. And then... Excuse me. They have like fire coming out of their ears. So, what's your face like, Kraos? Well, I kind of did have end like session with chat. Wait, what? Imagine small board or RPG session with flower chat combo. Oh god. I don't think I'd be able to do that. What if I made the face like this face? I think that makes sense. Is there another one that I should do? Or who else needs one? Sorry, I think I missed Bullet was also asking for one, right? Like a cane Lyrilyte, and then this is a slash his body where you don't see what's like inside him, but it looks like you can see something else like a portal. Okay. I think I am aware of that. Alright, cool. Oh shit, did I didn't, okay. Yes. And here is copy paste. This one is for Bullet, I think. Bullet. So it was like a... Okay, this looks like Oreos and I'm hungry, damn it. I was considering going for like a ship girl theme when I do eventually go for it, since in a way that's the stuff that started me on my current path. Nice! I think that ship girls are cute. I also find it very funny that if you look up Shimakaze, you get the anime girl. Okay, so there's the crack in the dimension. And then there's like a portal. It's gonna be like this. Looks something like this. And then how do I do them like this? There. This one's for Bullet, I think. Let's do the rest of it. Does Kane have any other specific features that I should care about? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. What is the face supposed to be? Well, since the chat and forum days where that joke was common. Wait, which one? Oh, this? This face? Oh, man. It's really funny. I think in the original Monster Hunter Online, I had that in my hunter description. Like, I had this face in my hunter description. In the waiting room, by the way. Figured I might as well. Yes, we will do that. Oh, calling me Oreos instead of Craze. Ah, I see. Got it. Hair full of green eyes. I'm not sure if I want that. Yeah, no worries. I'm just wondering what, like, mouth you wanted. Maybe you're like kind of grumpy. Maybe you're like this. Maybe you're like angry looking. Something like this. Like that. Alright, there you go. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 Lyrilytes. Oh, this is for bullet. Wait, hold on a second. Bullet. We put you. Bullet. Bullet. Alright. Let's do another one. Copy paste. Oh shit. Let's move you over here. Next row. Pretty sure this is Poi. Alright, Poi. Bring you in. Hello. What the fuck? Do I need to... Do you need a second? Should I wait?
Does it work? Okay.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
What up?
Extremely nervous. Just literally shaking, but you know how it is.
Yeah. No worries. It's funny because, so, literally I was thinking, like, no one's gonna want to join because of this thing. It's like, oh, well, I don't want to be on stream. I don't want to be a clown on stream, my voice on stream. You know what I mean? I figure, like, that's a thing people feel, but surprisingly more people wanted to join than I thought, so.
Yeah, but I figured I might as well, even though I, have some general issues with this kind of stuff.
Yeah. No worries. Hey, if anything, if it's so terrible, then we'll nuke the VOD.
No, you don't need to. It's fine.
Are you sure about that? No, but like here's the thing: is that like we can take the powerful magic, and then just nuke it.
I don't know. It'll be fine unless I like say something racist. Then you can nuke the VOD.
Yeah, then we probably actually will need to do that. It's funny, actually. Another thing, just for it's terrible. I turned off DVR for this stream because I assumed if there was like actually a bad actor, then like at least people wouldn't be able to rewind for it. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I wondered if that was intentional, and I assumed as much.
Yeah, it's like I'm not. I don't know. I'm just assuming that if there was anyone who was rude, there haven't been anybody who was rude though, and I don't know. I don't know what kind of mystical barrier that that YouTube has set up for me, but I don't get rude people a lot, so it's cool.
I think it's called being small, literally and figuratively.
So, was your intention coming in here that like you wanted to get banned? I'm just wondering. I'm just asking a question.
That was definitely part of the plan, yeah.
Well, because if you're banned, then you don't have to come back, right? Because then you're finally free, right? You're not being like held at gunpoint, flag point. I don't know.
Couldn't complain, no.
Yeah. Was there something you wanted me to draw on your Lyrilyte?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Could either drawn or the actual image. I'm not really sure which one would be better. Or up to you, I guess. But could you have the Enron logo on like the feather bit?
The which? How do you spell that?
Let me switch this. Like that.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me. Is this? What is this? I'm just curious. Is this like a?
This is an American electrical company that went bankrupt in like 2000.
Yeah, I was like, what? I see a graph that was like, these are the stock prices.
Yeah, they did commit massive financial fraud.
That's really funny. That's so funny. Okay, I've got an idea. Was there anything else you wanted to chat about, or? Also, wait, did you want me to put it on like the feather at the top or like on the wing?
No, the feather at the top.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, I got this.
And fine, like how you'd have the insignia on like a baseball cap or something. No, don't worry, Rav. I know the face it's gonna make. It's fine. That was the part I mostly prepared about, or for. Ah.
Alright, there we go. Nice. I don't want to put Enron just in the case that there's like, I don't know, just in case a temporal assassin is going to come to my house, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the 25-year in the past temporal Enron assassins. are
Yes,
really gonna
exactly.
get
Yeah. Well, you can't be too careful, you know what I mean? Okay, what's the face?
you. Hold on, I actually need to. It's the carrot nose face smiley.
Yeah. Can you post it in the? Does it work in the chat? I don't know if you can post in there or not.
Well, I'll just post it in YouTube chat.
Okay.
There.
Of course, yes.
Just I usually, chat from my phone, and I don't actually know how to write the. Oh, there it is on the keyboard. All right, found it.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna say something like emotes just don't work on the phone, and I'm like, oh man, that's too bad.
I suppose the Enron copyright strike wouldn't be completely impossible, considering they have, well, I think it's a joke account on like Twitter that's been trying to make a return as
Oh
Enron.
no.
But I'm pretty sure it's also, like, I don't know if it is official or not. I don't know.
That's wild. Do I do it with dot eyes or do I leave the normal eyes?
I was thinking of the normal eyes, honestly.
There you go. It's perfect.
Great.
Wait, hold on a second. I think I've got more.
No.
If we just put that there. I don't know. Maybe it looks dumb.
I think it fits.
Was there any... Do you have any questions or anything you want to talk about?
No, not really, honestly.
Yeah, it's fine.
And probably get out of here before I lose like all power in my body just from shaking.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, your thing's done. Thank you for coming by. Thanks for being a long-time viewer. I appreciate that. As I've said, there are people who've been here for like a really long time, and it's kind of like, I don't know. It's just nice. It's cool. It's nice to know that there are people who appreciate the stream. So, yeah.
Yeah, and happy birthday.
Thanks. All right. We'll catch you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Catch you later. Bye.
Okay. There's our Poi Lyrilyte. Was there anyone else who wanted one? Humans bananas have 50% of the same DNA. What the fuck does that mean? I'm going to die. Please don't die. That would be cringe. Thank you for joining. Especially because you didn't have to. So, these upgraded tokens are very good. Thank you. I appreciate that. I had other ideas, and then again, some of the ideas did not pan out. So, unfortunately, this is what we're doing today. Did I miss anybody? I know Sable was in here, but I didn't get them a token, fortunately. I'm just gonna make an assumption, because I don't know. Let me try something. Copy paste. Oh, Issa wanted? Okay. What did Issa say? I'd ask for one, but I'd rather wait till the backlog. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yes. Yeah. I think we're done. Unicorn's just chilling for to rejoin the chat, but I hope to God that didn't sound as awful on stream as it did for me in my head. No, I think it was fine. I don't think there was any issues. The yeah, I think the interesting thing about how do I say? I don't really know how to deal with this kind of problem in my head, if that makes sense, but it's like things are always worse in your head. Like, the situations that you can calculate in your head are always significantly worse than what actually happens. The reason, by the way, why that happens is because, like, if you didn't calculate for the worst possible scenario, then you would get fucked. You know what I mean? It's like, we have a system in our head that needs to calculate for the worst possible outcome so that we don't die. And then it's like, hey, by the way, what if we use that, but for something relatively innocuous? Right? And, yeah, Poi, if it is genuinely a problem for you, let me know. Because, you have me on Discord. Because Poi was gracious in playtesting the Flag Bearer. Actually, like, in the proto years of Flag Bearer, gave a lot of good feedback. Via playtesting. So, which, I don't know, I guess when I make the Spire 2 one, we could do, like, maybe a more robust playtest. I'll, like, prepare for it more. But yeah, if you really want me to remove your segment from the video, I can do that. Like, you can remove parts of VODs. So, as long as the VOD doesn't go over, like, what? I think it's, like, 12 hours or something, or 8 hours. There's a threshold where you can't. But I don't think we have passed the threshold yet, so I could probably still just edit it out. Flag Bearer, my beloved mod. Yeah, there was a comment the other day that was like, wow, the mod was really good. I liked it a lot. And I'm like, there are people playing my thing. I don't know. It's really hard to... Again, as you all know, I'm not exactly the most, you know, well-off individual, you know? I'm not thriving and succeeding. I think in the realm of that. Which is fine, by the way. Again, it's not fine. Comment might have been me. No, it was very recent. It was like literally the other day. I saw your comment though, Isa. And the unfortunate thing, by the way, is I can't respond to individual comments, which pisses me off because I want to, but it feels weird to like add to the main thread my comment of responding to something, especially if I didn't respond to one previously. But I feel like I'm going to respond to this thread anyways. Point is that there are like 12,000 people that played Flagbearer, or more than, because that's how many are concurrently playing it. 13,000, something like that. In case you didn't see, I posted like the Goober information. Oh yeah, for sure. I will do the Goober in a moment. But yeah, that's a lot of people, right? Like, I'm already thinking, like, oh, it's so nice that I got to hear from the people of the community, because, you know, I'm not really good at... Like, I don't want to have to maintain a Discord, you know, I like being away from people a lot. I guess that's, like, the introverted nature, but it's, like... I'm already spending, like, 2 hours live. When 2 or more, like, after that, I'm gonna... Like, it's all shut down. I'm logged out. I'm kicked out. We're not participating in the live streaming stuff, which I don't know, that probably, it's not, I don't know, maybe I need to join like some other community server so that I don't have to like just like lurk in the corner and not exist. But, you know, you don't really maintain Discord. Like, you do maintain calls about some stuff, but usually moderators keep it running. Yeah, it's more of like, that's the thing, right? Is that if there were people that I trusted to run one, then I would do it, right? But again, and that is like, that has been told to me that there are sometimes people who could do that, but I'm sure we'll eventually reach a critical mass, if we do, ever, of people who are interested in maintaining something. In which case, it'll happen, and that'll be good. probably, for the people who care about it. But yeah, I'm very much okay, when you work on the thing and then you go home, right? I don't think I finished the other thought, but yeah, it's really cool that there's like, we only heard from how many people today? What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've heard from like 8 people today. Right? That's only 8 people. There's like 12,000 people who have played Flagbearer, and we're like, hey, it's pretty good. Or like 15,000. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. That's crazy. I don't know. Whenever I think about that, I'm like, that's actually crazy. Now, mind you, it is a free mod, but like, could you imagine releasing like a Metroidvania and then like you make like 15,000 sales? That's like a lot. That's crazy. So I don't know. It's always cool to me. I look fondly back on Flagbearer, and I wish I could play it more, but I feel like the Flagbearer streams didn't do super well. They did okay, but you know, there's less to talk about because I'm not like engaging directly with a story that I can make commentary on. I find it more difficult to talk about like myself or things that are completely unprompted. Like, if there was some random thing to talk about in chat, then it'd be easier, but you know, that doesn't always happen. Finding people who have time and that you can trust is very hard. What sucks about Discord, even small, if not constantly monitored, it can get toxic for no reason. Yeah, that's the thing. And like, I understand that is a thing that can happen. Is that like, you know, like 2 people get in a fight and then it gets really toxic, or someone gets like, you know, hyper political or something out of nowhere, and then like, it's like, why are we doing this, right? You know, I definitely think that I've cultivated an audience of relatively like grounded individuals, or at least I like to believe that. So it's just, I don't know. The risks seem too high for me that I don't really want to do it. Not grounded in space. Yes, Unicorn is the one person who is extremely in space. I don't know, we are also in space. Did you know that we're floating in space right now? That's crazy. Here, let me make this Lyrilyte. Dragon or bat wings in the face. Goober face. It'll be a kitty face, okay. Give it a goober face. This is for Isa. So, kitty face. And then, I guess if it has kind of bat wings, then we're gonna give it a bat tail, sort of. This is like a... How do I do this? I want to give it like a pointed tail, but I don't actually remember how to do that. For some reason. It's not working in my brain. Maybe something like this. The only thing that I wasn't sure about was like this part, so I'm gonna put a ribbon on it because I think that's cute. Alright, there we go. Okay. Could also do something like the way Alfred does their Discord, like mostly just stream notifications and announcements only, no general chat at all. Oh, that's interesting. Really? Oh, Shiva, hey, welcome. How's it going? How you doing? We're doing call-ins and we're drawing Lyrilytes for the people who showed up. Yeah, I'm 4. I'm so freaking old. I'm so old. I'm becoming decrepit. I'm gonna turn into dust soon. They grow so fast. Yeah, I know, right? Alright. Here's gonna be our bat wings. Shiba, did you want a Lyrilyte? I can make you a Lyrilyte. I was also going to gift people Lyrilytes, but I remembered that my credit card is in the mail. Sure, let's do that. I would gift more ones to the chat if I could. It's so funny because I'm not trying to say anything. You know what I mean? This is not a bit. I just literally it will decline my information. This is not a bit. I am not begging for memberships. That is not what I'm doing. It's literally just so unfortunate that the overlap between getting a new card and the stream happens to be literally right now, which is really annoying. I don't know why I'm doing it like this. Yeah, what does your Lyrilyte look like, by the way, Shiba? Welcome, Kane. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, let me know what I should be drawing, and then I will draw it for you. We got goobers. Ugh. Eek. Ooh. This. I was gonna say, did the playlist auto stop because I'd be tilted? Let's do a little bit of this. Okay. Can't believe it's been years. I'm actually getting old. Laius is going to Infinity War. You know, right? Yes. Okay. Okay, there are your bat wings, and then your more demony tail. The kitty face. This is for... Yeah, Kane, by the way, did you want to... Did I ask you if you wanted a Lyrilyte? Because I can make one for you. This one's for Isa. Isa. There you go. I remember when laying down too long didn't hurt. Yeah, honestly, I actually... I unironically just thought about, like, man, I don't want joint pain. I need to, like, take care of myself and, like, you know, make sure I don't get joint pain and things. And make sure my brain works. Because I feel like I'm already too... How would you say? The term isn't stuck in my ways, but I feel like I have a lot of the same mental brain rot. How do I do this? If I was 1, 2, that, and like this, and then like this. No, it's actually... No, I could do it like this. It's a little different, but that's fine. So I'll have to do one for Sable. Okay. Which for Issa? Okay. Shiba, dog ears and tail with circle eyebrows. Fantastic. This is going to be the first one that has eyebrows. I think about it. That's cute. Oh shit, this is on the wrong one. This is for Shiba. Shiba Town. Which, by the way, if you have not listened to Shiba Tan's music, you should do that. Because Shiba Tan does awesome covers that are dope. There are a few that I remember have, like, made it into my mix. And every time I hear them, I just go like, wait, right, I know that person! Wait! I know that person! That's crazy! Yeah. I know, great deal of respect for Shiba's work. I don't know. I think singing is awesome, and I tried doing it once, and then it was bad. And I tried it, but it was bad. And Shiba actually helped me out with like clarifying some details on like how to do recording and stuff, and I greatly appreciate that. Unfortunately, it was the result was bad because I suck. So, so I'm sorry. Your efforts in helping me sort of went to waste. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll publish it. Who knows? What kind of dog tail? I don't recall the tail on your model. Is it kind of like spiky? Curly? Oh, does it do like a this thing? Like a like curl in on itself? Okay. And then is it spiky? Oh no. No, this is not working. Hold on a second. It needs to do it like this. Oh no, is it bad? Alright. What does Dogmouth look like? Does it have like this face? Or should it have like a different face? I don't know how it differs. Like that face? Okay. The little nose? Oh, I can give it a nose. Like this nose, right? Yes! Oh my god, it's so cute! Wait, hold on a second. Alright. Yeah, like that. Little nose. What do the ears look like? Do they... It's actually a little hard to tell. The picture is so small. Triangle ears? Okay. Like this, right? La Creatura. I like it. Thank you for the head pat. Like this. This is Shiba. Thank you for the head pats, everybody. Shiba. Alright. Very cute. Strictness of drawing a chipmunk? No, it's a Shiba! How dare you? Don't you dare insult Shiba. Oh, wait, sorry. Do you want to pat the doggo? Wait, hold on a second. Wait. Where is it? Alright. Someone try patting it? Oh. Wait, why can't I move it? Why can't I move it? Oh, no. I swear, I'm not trying to get free head pads. Okay, hold on a second. I need to make it visible so I can move it. Alright. Go. Now you can pat it. What the fuck? Stop. Stop. Stop it. Stop. What the fuck? I didn't move the entire group. I just moved the head pad. You nerds. Thanks for stealing the head pad. What the fuck? It wasn't the intention. Alright. Okay, I want to do one more. One's for Sable, because I know Sable has been active recently, and I feel bad that I cannot gift Sable membership. Delete. Do. I'm just gonna make it a cat. I'm sure if it looks like a cat, it's fine. How do I make the... How do cat ears differ? Go like this. Do. Why are ears at this angle so weird? Like this. Those are cat ear enough. Cat next to dog, oh no. Yeah, how terrible. Not, you know, a sable? Wait, what is a sable? Oh no. How do I draw this? It looks the same. It's the same. It has more rounded ears. Thank you for the head pat, I appreciate it. There, that looks a little more like a sable. Alright, well hopefully that's correct. They have like big round, like, round noses. What's their tail look like? Do they have a tail? They do. They have like a paintbrushy tail. Imagine now Flar seeing us the way he drew us. Oh my god, please no. I don't like it. You're all human beings. Except for Shiba. Shiba's a VTuber. Okay. We did it. Close. We're close. Look at this. Alright, there we go. There's Sable. Only reason I knew Sable was a species of animal is because of Bronze Sable. That's what I thought of. That's actually what I thought of, the magic card. Write the name? Ah, thank you. This is for Sable. Sable. I don't know where to put it. On the tail? Sable. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 Lyrilytes. That's how many it says on the thing. That's how much it says on the number. Okay. Oh, ow, pain. Okay. These are pure goobers. Sables are goobers. What is their difference? Like, what do they do? They look like ferrets, right? Which I'm sure is incredibly insulting to everybody who likes ferrets. But they kind of look like ferrets. Is a sable a type of ferret? Or otherwise? They are creature. They are la creatura. Alright. They're like a weasel? One becomes a VTuber, they're not human anymore. The Facebook theories are right, you're all running on 5Gs. Oh man, they're perfection? Okay. I understand. It is understood. It is, real. Okay. Unicorn, did you want to hop in for a second? Did you have, like, a question or something you wanted to ask? Or were you just offering to, like, fill the space? Because this is a good haul. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've got 11 Lyrilytes. I think this is a pretty good haul. Let's, okay. Unicorn, you can hop in for a second. Yo, what up? Hop in. So Flar asks us questions we gotta answer. No, I will not. I'm not gonna ask you questions. I don't know. I guess I could. I don't want to ask you questions. What's up? Sorry, what's up, Unicorn?
First time I did this, the thing was delayed because I'm stupid. But you didn't ask me to draw the face on mine.
Oh, the face? Oh, sure. Yeah. What was yours? You were...
Links.
At the start. You were at the start. Yeah. Well, how would you like me to change your face?
Give it like little eyelashes.
Oh, okay.
And then like a little triangle mouth.
Okay. Like that?
Nah, just like invert the triangle and then remove the bottom part.
Oh, I see. Like that?
Yes.
It's not open? Why is it so sad? It's so sad.
Well, no, you need to make the angle more obtuse.
Obtuse?
Like,
that?
Yeah, and then if you want to make it happy, I guess you put like little circles around the edges of the mouth.
Like that?
Basically, that's good enough.
Okay. I was like, I hope I'm understanding this correctly. I don't know what this is, but...
If you got time for one question, there was something I wanted to ask.
Sure.
I was curious, maybe you've already said it before, but like, what's with the armor and the banner?
Armor and the banner? Like, just in general? Like,
yeah,
why the armored knight aesthetic with the flag bearer thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Like, the original character that I made for the RPG was a flag bearer. Like, the...
Vexillarius unit.
Like the banner itself was an artifact that gave me more MP accumulation, so I could cast spells faster. Like I could buff people faster. I also just kind of liked the idea of like a flag being used as a magical catalyst, like similar to a wizard staff. Like that just in concept seemed really cool. I also like the flappiness of the flag. It's just like a big piece of cloth, right? That goes woo. It's all flappy and stuff. And then as far as it pertains to, I made to apply to tactician school, I made like a small Metroidvania that had this as the character with the primary, like the way that it was supposed to work was that you plant the flag and then it does like AoE damage, which is why flag bearer has a pulse mechanic. So you would plant the flag and have like an area that you control, and then you had a basic attack as well with like a rapier. So the combat was supposed to be you like plant the flag, it gives you various benefits depending on what kind of like charms you choose, a la like Hollow Knight, because it's supposed to be Metroidvania. And then I think if I did it now, it'd be something like that, where you choose different attributes to give to your plant, and then you would plant it, it would consume some amount of MP, presumably, and then you could do stuff with that. One of the first power-ups, which I really wanted to make because it was so cool to me in my head, was if the platforming had a... What is this called? It's like dash jumping in Mega Man games was always really cool to me. But instead, you would do a dash jump and then do the plant input. So like whatever button it was to plant the flag. And then you do a vault. So you would like vault off of the flag and then like go more vertical. And then that would be a core part of the platforming. I am never going to make this because it is like... I cannot randomly take 4 years off of my life. Unfortunately, even though I probably would do it. It's just like a lot of art and stuff to need to make. A lot of people you would need to higher. I am also not the most competent programmer, so. Anyways, yeah, I thought that there was also some, like, symbology, I guess, like metaphor, something. The concept of the flag is like, you know, people relate it to patriotism, I think, as Rance is pointing out in chat. But also, yeah, the idea is that it's kind of like the hopes of a people, right? It's supposed to be a thought, but the hopes as well come with like the responsibility or burden of being someone who holds the flag. So there was a lot of people who had different flags in the universe. Like, you meet sort of this shaman guy, or hermit, I could say hermit, because their flag is like just a wooden twig thing with kind of like a tattered flag on it. So like, you know, whatever the people he was responsible for are like long gone now, you know what I mean? And one of the other characters who I really liked was a golem, and his flag was just literally just a metal shield because he's massive. I always thought that was really cool. And later on, one of my favorite moments was, you know, Golem Dad. Spoiler alert, guys! When you play this game in 7 years, you'll be spoiled for it already. Golem Dad eventually dies, and his other pair, the guard captain, survives whatever the fight was, something rather it was. And I just really liked the scene of Golem guy is like kneeled over and is like holding the flag. He has his like shield thing at the top of the flag. It's there. You move on, and then eventually, after some time passes, you come back as the guard captain also moved on, left, something like that. I even wrote a short story about it. But the next time you encounter the guard captain, she is using the shield from the flag, or at least half of it, because it's a golem shield. It's fucking massive. She's using half of the golem shield as a shield, because her modus operandi was more similar to just run in there and fucking hit people with her like fire rapier thing. But because Golem Guy is no longer there, she like grabbed the shield off of his flag, which I thought was really cool. I like that moment. There was a lot of like short little moments that I wrote for that it felt like meant a lot to me, and I just liked the analogy a lot. So there's just a lot of random lore shit that I've written, and I'm like, yeah, it's cool. I think it's cool. Knights are cool. Just Knights are cool.
Yeah, okay. So like the flag is sort of representing the hopes, dreams, aspirations, all that stuff, the history of not just the nation, but like certain groups, like the Golem you mentioned.
Yeah. And
so like the flag bearer, would they be collecting these flags and sort of taking on this burden upon themselves? I
think it would be more, or for me, whenever I visualized it, it was more that like each individual person has their own story, right? And then you like get to know what those stories are when you talk to them. So, you know, old angry guy in the middle of nowhere, you know, you'd probably learn something about, you know, where did all of his stuff go? Like, what's his story? What happened to him? So
I see. So rather than like collecting them, you're not really doing that. You're just learning about other people through this sort of a symbology. That's nice. I like that.
Yeah. Which other major story spoiler was that, and this is a part that I like. It's actually something that Rance remembered randomly out of nowhere, and I was like, damn, that's really cool that you remember that thing that I said about this story a really long time ago. Was that you find out later that Flaris is not the designated flag bearer of House Lyria, and that the theming is that it is not a designation, right? It is the person who holds it, right? You don't. It's very similar to Barden's story from Metaphor. It's not, and also similar to how like the guard captain took the shield, right? It is not like it is not about who was who was the flag bearer. It is the person who holds the flag, or who takes it upon themselves to hold that responsibility. Which, I guess now that I think about it, if you want to wrap it all the way around with the Golem story, the golem was like of some like long lost golem race who, like, he just wandered into the capital and then was like, I need to protect people. I have no one to protect anymore. So he was paired up with the guard captain to protect her. So I guess you could say that that responsibility was then transferred to her as she took the shield. So
Yeah,
metaphors
like,
work out after you think about them in post. It all works.
I feel like the distinction between being assigned as the flag bearer and choosing to take up the mantle, and a flag, as you said, represents many things, metaphorically and like in the nation. It sounds like a difficult thing to do, to take up, a flag and not have it be assigned to you, something you choose, and to carry everything that it means to the people that like came up with the flag.
Yeah.
You mentioned that before, so I kind of just want a clarification because I thought it was an interesting distinction that maybe speaks to something.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's like cool in concept. Like it's all, once you explain all of it out loud, it's kind of like, okay, well, nice fan fiction, loser.
I mean, it's art. I mean,
yeah.
Loser. That's, yeah. Just self-deprecation. I understand.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
it's
I
like,
liked
I don't know. I just thought it was cool.
I thought it was cool as well.
Thanks. Well, thanks for hopping back in and asking a question. Was there anything else you wanted to ask before I kick you out?
I guess the little badge that's next to like the Lyrilytes thing, is that like the little feather you have in your hair, but like 4 times?
Which one? Like the emblem?
Yeah, the emblem.
I think it's supposed to be 6.
Okay,
Like
6.
Oh,
Better,
like
man.
the wings on the actual Lyrilyte itself. I believe I put it up to 4. No, it is 6. I do remember doing this. The original design of the Lyrilyte, which is not on here, and I kind of like ad-libbed it in multiple different places, but it was supposed to be 2 on the helmet, and then it's 4 on the person. Because my, which dog was it? Because I'm supposed to have 6 wings.
I see.
But I personally feel like the 2 looks better. The dose.
I'd say you look cute as an angel, but that would be lying because
yeah.
you're like you're kind of a, I don't know, you're kind of like a weirdo.
Like a gremlin demon. The
I
least
don't know
holy
that you
thing you've
deserve
ever
the
seen in
wings.
your life.
Like if you had a halo, it'd be cracked.
Yeah,
But-
I do.
Oh, okay.
Have you?
Well, I guess you know then.
Have I just like not turned on the Halo in the last like X number of months? That's kind of funny.
All right.
Yeah.
Hope your halo doesn't get cracked by too many bonks. And have a good one.
All right. See you later, Unicorn. Thanks for dropping in again. Bye. Stop! Stop! You do not have permission to. I mean, technically, you have permission to. But stop it! Stop! Stop! Thank you for the headpad. Okay. Well, that was spiky ass thing. Yes, exactly. All right, well, that's probably going to be it for today. That was significantly longer than I thought it was going to be. Because I thought it was just going to be like an hour. I actually thought there would not be enough stuff to do, so it was literally just going to be an hour of like stuff. Like, I have no idea, man. Entertaining. Flagbearer story I know was during the Battle of Hulao Gate in 190 AD. True. Oh, we have another person in the waiting room. Is that Kraos? Because I saw you join earlier. Should I move you in here? I hope I didn't make you rush. Don't Google why the chainsaw was invented. I'm not going to. I'm good. Ended up having a minor panic attack, but all good now. I'm glad you're okay, Poi. You didn't need to force yourself. Mostly in the for the purposes of There's no issues. There's no problems. It's all good. It was just supposed to be if anyone wanted to be, you know, on the stream, something like that. But I appreciate you coming into the stream, or rather, I appreciate you joining the call. Okay. Hey, Kratos. What up? How do you find our array of lads, classes?
We got reverb. No.
Oh? I think your mic is a little... Is it on the right settings? It's a little crackly.
How's this? I have turned off screen.
It's a little... I mean, like, I can hear you. It's just more a matter of, like, whether or not it... Oh, how do I say this? It's like, it's a matter of whether or not, like, it actually captures what you are saying, right? So...
How about this?
Okay, that is a lot better. Were you on the wrong microphone? I'm just curious.
Oh, I was trying to run it through the car speakers and it was not working.
Ah, I understand. Okay, very cool. Like...
Oh no, we've still got reverb. Why?
Well, I mean, I can hear you fine. Is it coming fine through the audio, like on stream?
Yes. Well, I shut down stream to attempt to close the reverb, and then I think it just shifted when I shifted it to my phone speaker. It tried to shift it back onto the car as well.
I see.
And
thanks
so
for
now
dropping
I've
by.
just shut off my whole car sound system, and I only have you on my phone.
Okay, fantastic. Well, you know, it's fantastic.
It's just scuff. It would be my life if I was brave enough to be a VTuber.
Yeah, it's just scuff all the time. You know.
Yup, but I do have a question for you.
Okay.
Fellow runner of tabletop RPGs.
Sure. I mean, I don't run... I've never GM'd, but I can certainly have opinions.
Okay. So, actually, I probably could throw a whole field of questions at you in the chat and have you tell me whatever they're typing. But, my current primary table, we are running an RPG potluck. Where everyone is going to GM about 4 to 8 sessions of let's try something we've never done before.
Okay.
And I'm going to run a game called Eclipse Phase.
Okay.
I assume you're not familiar with it.
I have no idea.
It is a far future, not super far, like... I want to say it's about 4 centuries in our future. We've colonized the solar system.
Okay.
The robot rebellion happened.
Okay.
Humanity is in a real bad way. We've met aliens, and they came to smack us on the wrist and said, "You did the thing where you made artificial intelligence. That was really dumb."
Okay.
But at its core, it is a transhumanist RPG.
Yep.
In space, you're supposed to go and do adventures in space. And I'm having trouble making it different from any other cyberpunk setting, other than it's in space.
Okay.
And I am hoping for ideas to help emphasize the difference between this setting where it's a semi-post-apocalyptic future. Like, Earth is completely wrecked. But a lot of the other colonies and stuff are still doing pretty okay.
Right.
And I am hoping for any ideas at all that might differentiate it from you're just running a space version of Cyberpunk 2077 and going on a heist.
Okay. Right. So my understanding is that you're concerned about the setting being the same. And also that what immediately comes to mind is that, like, you're going to do some kind of heist, and that feels very similar to Cyberpunk.
Yeah, my broad strokes of what I'm planning to put together as the GM for the plot is the party is going to be hired to go on a heist.
Yeah.
And they're going to show up and start the heist, but there's going to be little things wrong, pointing that something is wrong with this along the way.
Okay.
And there is going to be a megacorp-induced disaster on the station while they're attempting to do the heist. And it's going to do a shift from do the heist to get out alive and maybe rescue some people if you can.
Okay. So the plot line is that you were hired for a job, and then you go along with the job, but there is like a calculated plan for the megacorp to incite disaster on the setting, which is, you said, like a space station or something?
Yes.
Right. So what is your concern about this being too close to Cyberpunk? It's like kind of like the main mission at the start, right? And like do a heist and something goes wrong and stuff like that.
It just feels like, oh, standard Cyberpunk mission. Go do a mission for shady people and figure it out and get the job done. And I feel like the only thing I've got going is the twist that it's going to shift about halfway through into survive the space disaster. And it just doesn't feel very different.
Yeah. I don't know, because it's sort of been my opinion in general, right? That the little differences are going to be like the NPCs, like the people you talk to, right? How they interface with this stuff. Like in Cyberpunk, for example, right? Like the vibe I kind of get, like with the people who set you up with the heist and stuff, is that like they kind of know what they're doing, right? Like they're badasses, right? You're like, this is this well-known guy, and of course everybody would know this guy in 2077. Like there are what are they called again? The people who give you jobs. They have a name, right?
In a different setting, they're called Johnsons, and that all of them
Okay.
are named Mr. Johnson.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, there's something else in Cyberpunk, I don't remember, but they like hire people, right? And
Yeah,
like you know, these are the
point of
people who
contact.
get you jobs, right? And like you're pretty confident that this heist is going to go well, right? Where maybe something like it's a vibes thing, you know what I'm saying? So maybe in this universe, like I'm just curious how do these people interface with how they get jobs, right? Like for example, the entire vibe of this would feel very strange if like they got a job from like the robots, right? If there was a robot rebellion, maybe like for some reason you're getting a job from the robots, and then like everything seems to be fine, but it's like very strange, right? Because I'm thinking about what are the setting details in this universe that people care about, right? In Cyberpunk, it's that feeling that you're like an outlaw, that you're a badass, that you're gonna like steal this thing from the megacorp, right? But in this setting, like who's giving you the job, right? And like how do they act? Like what do they look like? I feel like that's where the difference would be, in my opinion at least.
Okay.
So like who's the person who gives you the job? Like what are they? Like, why are they even giving you the job?
I'm stealing pretty heavily from some of my favorite novels
Sure.
to try and slap this plot together.
Okay.
So if it sounds familiar, you read good books.
It's unfortunate because I don't read books, but maybe someone in chat.
Okay. So, I think I want to hand the crew a missing persons request.
Okay.
If you read between the lines and the nice words, it's basically a kidnap job.
Okay. Got it.
They want to go find this person, or they want this person found and sent back home. And I haven't quite decided on who is wanting this yet. It could either be the guy in charge, or or it could either be the guy in charge of the operation is going out on the side and risking things a little bit to have his wayward daughter be taken out of the danger zone.
Okay.
So like big CEO man who's in charge of the disaster and funding it to see what happens. His daughter ran away a long time ago, and he wants her taken out of the danger zone so that she doesn't get hurt in his big plan.
Right. Okay, so there's...
Alternatively, the other side of it is I'm thinking maybe it's the loyal sibling to the family is breaking confidence with CEO father. Is like, hey, my sister is out here. I want you to find her and bring her home safe.
Right, yeah, and then it's like, oh, why are we doing that? And it's like, no reason.
It's like, you're doing it because I'm paying you a giant sum of money to get it done.
Yeah, exactly. Like fame, fortune, etc., or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't seem like, for me, something like the idea of if the storylines are too similar doesn't really, like, that doesn't throw me off a whole lot, because it's like, well, you clearly have an idea of what you want this story to be. It sounds relatively compelling to my best understanding, right? But whenever it's something like, oh, this is just cyberpunk in space or something like that, I think whenever people make comparisons like that, like, they're kind of missing the point, right?
Okay.
Anybody can write a cyberpunk story, or like, you know, anyone can make a saber-faced looking VTuber, right? But that's not it's like the devil's in the details, right? Like, how does this person act in this universe? Like, you have this person who is trying to, like, evacuate this individual from this space station, because they're about to, like, commit a war crime, basically, right? So how do the details of the setting work with that, right? Like, what kind of disaster are they doing? They're blowing up the space station or something? Like, what are they?
They are releasing a bit of alien nanotech onto the space station and giving it enough biomass, or by releasing it on the space station, they're giving it enough biomass to do its thing. And they want to see what the alien nanotech keeps trying to build.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so this kind of reminds me of Fallout, right? Because I was just playing Fallout 4, and one of the interesting vaults to me was, you're familiar with the Fallout universe?
Kind of.
Okay.
I've never played the games, but I've watched a lot of lore videos.
Sure, okay. So one of the vaults basically, and it's one of the, like, relatively established vaults. Like, I don't remember what number it is, but they talk about how, like, oh yeah, we like to live in the vaults. We have, like, our society here, like, everything's all good on the up and up, which is surprising because most of the other vaults have, tragedy struck them in one way or the other, because they were basically vault tech experiments. This is Fallout 4, by the way. So you find out later, as you, like, do their quest a little bit, that there's, like, a hole in the wall, right? And when you go into the hole in the wall, you find out that the entire outer part of the vault was actually an experiment on that vault, like every other vault is. But they were monitoring the people of the vault such that they wanted to introduce different strains of, like, sickness or illness to the people of the vault, and they wanted to observe, like, how the social structures change, how they respond to emergency, basically, and stuff like that. So I think something similar, where they're like, this staging area is just like a ploy for my evil plan, right? And no one is going to be the wiser because we are the people who, like, constructed this space station. Like, what if, I don't want to, like, say exact recommendations, like, I will, but with the idea that the recommendation is not like, you should do this. It's more like, so for example, if we wanted to take that idea that, like, this entire staging area was owned by these people, and that's what's kind of fucked up about it, is that, like, they own that space station, right? Like, you were hired to, like, go to that space station that they own and then like extract this person. It's like, what do you mean extract? Like, it's your space station, right? Like, what's the problem here, right? It's like, no. Like, we have to go, and then maybe like some of the tech already like got out or something, right? Well, you're saying it's gonna go haywire, but like there are signs of that happening, right? Maybe there's like a decision that they need to make later that's either your guiding NPC or this person has already been afflicted by, there's all kinds of things. But what is specific to this universe, and how does that make it a little bit more interesting? Like, it's a little more interesting that because the owners of all of these vaults, like, they made these vaults, which makes it doubly fucked up that all of them are just staging areas for experiments, basically. Right? Oh, I guess another thing to say is that there are logs frequently about how there's like discourse between people who work for Vault-Tec about like no, this is for the good of the people. Like, we're doing good things for people. Like, we're so good. Like, people don't even know how fucked up like these vault experiments are, right? So like there's little details about that in the story. So it's like, what kind of details can you give to the players, right, that are specific to the context of your story? And I think those details often, if they're compelling, like will make the story good. So I don't know.
Okay, so
it already sounds cool. Like, I don't know, man.
Oh, well, thank you. It sounds like I need to get into the setting material, find some of the more unique points, and tie that in.
Yeah.
Is, for lack of a better word, set pieces where people and events can happen that the party can influence. And I'm going to need to plant the seeds that something more is wrong, and maybe even make them a little suspicious that something more is wrong even before they go on with the job.
Yeah, and then I think having clues like that are always nice. They're nice when I see them. I like seeing those and being like, that was kind of weird, wasn't it? Like, I was just doing a setting out of, I think it's called Out of the Abyss. It's a D&D module. So Lyria Bro was actually running it. And something about that setting that I thought was very interesting, and like my character went to go investigate, was that you get to a village of I'm trying to get the race right. I don't actually play D&D. Is it Kuatoa? They're fish people.
I don't know D&D names either, but that sounds
that is
right.
Okay. And basically one half of the village, like, what you're told about the Kuatoa is that they're very fish-like. They like go with the flow, like they're always moving and stuff like that. And this other half of the village has gotten like sacred power or something recently for some reason, which I will not spoil. But like, you can immediately tell how strange it is, because like the people who are with the other faction of Kuatoa are like, they're standing still. Like, they're standing as guards in like a picket line, right? So that's immediately strange when you see it, because everything you've been told about these Kuatoa is that they're very like movement oriented. They're always in motion. Like, they go with the flow. That's like kind of what they believe, right? And there's these people who are like rigid guards. Like, that's immediately like, what the heck is going on here? Like, what is this, right? So, what would you expect as normal in this setting, and then like what would make it look strange? Like, what setting detail can you explain that would make the players want to investigate, right? Like, if there's a confrontation and then you plan for that confrontation, again, this is coming from someone who doesn't GM, so like, I don't know how he would set this up, but there's a confrontation, and then it's like, why would that confrontation be here, right? Like, why is something strange happening on the space station, right? Or you could go with the idea that it's like everything is too clean, right? Like, there are no problems. Like, you walk in, you ask to vacate this person, and nothing goes wrong. And you're like, I thought we needed to like remove this person. Like, we can just walk out. What's the problem, right? And then things shit hits the fan, right? There's different ways you can do that. And there was a bunch of typing in chat. I'm sure that they have maybe some ideas and stuff that you can look at, right? I didn't read them myself, but if you go back to this part in the VOD, I'm sure you can probably.
All right, I will
scrape
make
them
sure
for
to do
ideas.
that.
Yeah.
I definitely can't read them right now because I am driving.
Yes, for sure. But does that kind of like help you get your feet in the water?
You have me thinking that I need to set out, for lack of a better word, chapters. Be like, I have about 8 sessions to try and tell this story.
Sure.
Break it up into what is the primary thing to set up for each chapter, and then have, traditionally I put down like 4 to 5 bullet points of here are the problems to face there.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a little more difficult because I don't think I've ever run a true mystery before.
Sure.
You have me thinking like I want to set this up a little bit like an old noir detective story, where you got to shake down the bad guys and I have the introduction scene in my head now, where it's like, oh, the rich, well-dressed lady has shown up at your shabby private detective agency. Why is she here?
Yeah. And it's like, you can always play around with the details themselves, but it's my opinion that the compelling parts of those stories are always going to be like the people in them and how do they exist in the reality that is there. So like you have fish people who walk around rapidly because that's their way of life. And then now you have these fish people that do basically the exact opposite of that. Like, that's strange, right?
Yeah.
Like you have, I guess to speak on Golden Dad again, right? You have someone who was told that they have this like very important responsibility as the flag bearer. And then the way that they end up in the story is that they basically aren't given any directives. They aren't given reason to do things, which is like a weird thing to be coping with, right? It's inherently human to think about that question. But the story detail that ties that together is our assumption on what the theming and responsibilities are of flags in that universe. It's a specific story detail that implies things about how the characters live in the world. It's like a rule, you could say, right? So, like, when people have rules, how does that change how they interact with their world? So, what are the rules of your setting? Like, are there robots? Are there no robots? Do people dislike robots? Do they like the big CEO person who's running this? Is there a detective agency? Do detective agencies even get run in this place? Who would even, like, moderate those things? Right? And then you can start asking questions and how those influence the characters so that they feel a little more real.
Okay. I'm going to have to flesh out a cast here, but this has been very helpful. Thank you.
No problem. I hope it wasn't like, I've never had to be on a writing team for a DM, like a tabletop RPG. There are certainly probably
fine.
people who are a lot better at doing that with the specific details, but hopefully it at least got you started with that. I think we're gonna...
Yeah, no.
Was there anything else that you wanted to say?
This has been very helpful.
Outside from... Before we sign off?
One other question.
Sure.
From a, hopefully not too long, from a game design perspective, and again, struggling with tabletop RPGs, my favorite game is Exalted.
Okay.
And it is, to fast forward through a lot of stuff, it is very much embracing power fantasy as a storytelling thing.
Okay.
And the problem that it runs headlong into in almost everything is that story and drama is based on conflict.
Mm-hmm.
And your characters are super powerful. And it is an additive based power system. So where D&D makes you pick between powers A and B, And yes, you get to choose, or yes, you get to stack powers as you gain levels and get bonuses, but you're always choosing between A and B and then C and D. Whereas Exalted doesn't make that differentiation, and it's just, I'm going to get A, D, and E right now, but I'm going to go back and pick up B and C later, and I can have all of them. There's nothing stopping me if I get enough XP.
Sure.
And it's like, even before you get into the power creep factor that introduces, which is meant to be part of the game, like, how do you introduce drama and storytelling into a system where people continuously have the ability to use power, solve problem?
Sure.
And
I would definitely say that this is... Sorry, I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
There's like we're up to, I think, 4 official editions now. Technically 5 if you include the original team going rogue and doing a free version. They all have their strengths and weaknesses, but all of them have that same core problem of how do you make power fantasy fun?
Yeah, and I think this like a lens that I use a lot is that like restrictions are fun, right? Like we like doing things like tabletop RPGs with systems, not like super strict systems even, just like systems that have rules, or we like having rules because they make you think about how you need to use the rules in order to win. So for example, if you only have 2 actions per turn, but an enemy inherently takes like 50 actions to kill, then you need to figure out how you're going to spend your multitude of actions in order to like kill this thing, right? It's not just, well, we can wave a magic wand at it and the problem goes away, because it's not fun. It's not interesting, right? So the thing that I think about in particular to like modern shonen or like really, really power fantasy type games, the reality is that as far as tabletop RPGs go, if the rules say that like you can just cast Apocalypse out of nowhere, basically, I don't really know if there's much to do unless you want to say like, well, the rules, we're going to change how the rules work, right? So that we can't just nuke things out of nowhere. But the thing that I think is supposed to be interesting about modern shonens or like power fantasies or stuff is just like how people use the powers, right? So there needs to be an emphasis on like feeling smart that you are using the powers in a particular way, right? So if I created a problem that's like there is an enemy who is like, I'm just thinking more as far as the game goes, like there's an enemy who is on the ceiling. That's the bad guy. And then you have like what would be a power that you would use against someone who is an enemy on the ceiling? Like you are grounded, you have access to some degree of powers. How do you deal with this person on the ceiling?
In game, there's lots of ways. You could jump really high. Your sword can shoot a laser beam. You can hypnotize them into walking down and standing in front of you.
So there's a bunch of different like solutions to this problem, right? Yeah. And usually like actually activating or executing on those solutions is mitigated by randomness of how you built your character. And then usually something is grounded in the system that makes it so that, well, sure, you could jump really high, but if you're spending 1 action to jump, like assuming a 2-action system, if you're spending your movement action to jump and then you're spending the other action to attack, well, you still run into this problem where the enemy takes 50 actions to kill, so you still need to go through the circus of jumping up and attacking the thing and whatever. So assuming that you actually need to fight this thing and you can't just like snap at them, like you do need to do some dice rolling, you need to make some attacks or whatever. Again, I'm making a lot of assumptions. Assuming that all of those are as is, then the types of enemies that you want to introduce, like think about the actions that your players have access to, and then you can already think about like, oh, how do I think the players might interpret how they want to use their powers to solve this problem, right? And then you can make those things available to them, right? Because you go like, oh, it's cool that we have jump really high person, so they're probably going to use that to interface with this monster, to try and fight this monster. What other roadblocks could I like incorporate that make it difficult to jump really high? Well, maybe there's dangerous threats on the ceiling. I'm thinking more in game terms, because then if you have jump really high, you need to like think about when you're jumping up to attack. Like maybe it's on the ceiling, but it's really good at walking on spikes. So every other turn there's spikes on the ceiling, so you can't just jump up every time. That doesn't really work in a tabletop setting because like people want to be doing stuff every turn, especially with like how, if you think about like how the turn system works, like time walking someone is probably very detrimental depending on the system. But to walk it all the way back, I think the interesting part about like power fantasy like things like modern shonen, stuff like that, isn't that, again, it's never a question about like if the good guys are going to win. It's like, how can you think of a novel way or interesting way that their powers like work with the problem that is in front of them, right? So jump really high guy is going to be good at fighting people on towers, right? Or like, how does jumping really high work in this scenario? I'm trying to think of another scenario where jump really high would be good. And I can't really think of anything off the top of my head, but I think there can be a lot of value in emphasizing how coming to the conclusion about how your powers are contextually relevant to the situation is supposed to be the fun part, right?
Yeah.
So like, and then try to avoid things. I was just going to add, try to avoid things that are like, well, I'm just going to magic wand it away, right? So it's like, if I hypnotize this thing, then it does whatever I want, right? It's funny. I actually have a friend who kind of has played similar characters, and maybe like he just likes playing those kinds of characters, and that's just what's going to happen, and whatever. But like, I think of a persuasion check, right? And then you might say, well, like, I'm going to persuade the bad guy. And then if I succeed on persuading the bad guy, then they're going to do whatever I want, because that's what the rules say, right? But contextually, the bad guy is the bad guy. You could, if you're doing like a more soft rules for how persuasion is resolved, it's not like they're going to be agreeable with you, right? Because there's no context for them to actually be on your side, right? So maybe it confers some benefit, but like they're still the bad guy. It doesn't mean like they're gonna roll over and like become a dog to you just because you succeeded in persuading them. So in the same way, for something like hypnosis, like how does that fit into the actual rules and systems of the game, right? So I would say something like a hypnosis does not confer the benefit of the combat is over, right? If I wanted to make like a combat-focused TTRPG, then I would never make it so that like, well, I'm just gonna cast Magic Wand and then immediately solve the combat, right? Like there needs to be the benefit conferred from doing the strongest thing that you can possibly do cannot be it immediately ends. Because if something ends immediately, then there's no game to play.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that does with your system. Is it like, what do you think of those thoughts so far? Because like I don't know, right?
You're putting at least some words to what I've been thinking. It's like my approach to this game in any system is that, or when I'm running it, is I don't bother with solutions. I try to put together competent problems put together by competent people. And then I'm like, you all are the ones with world-shaking power. You solve it. How would you beat this guy?
Sure.
I don't want to try and outthink them. I just say it's like, here's a smart, motivated bad guy with similar powers. And so here's his plan and how he's trying to counter the obvious stuff he can think of. And the current problem is, and it's also why we have paused our current game and are doing the RPG potluck, is our current GM doesn't know how to keep giving us trouble. And we don't even have that much experience points, and he's a little floored and flummoxed to what he's supposed to do to tell his story when he doesn't feel he can challenge us, and I don't feel I have the language to explain what I do when I'm GMing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm the only one who runs this game, at least at my table, who doesn't run into this problem.
Yeah, so what you're saying is that you feel like you have a successful formula for running this game, and that you're trying to explain that to this other person who seems to, like, be having some problems. To which, if you feel like this does actually work in context to how you are describing it, the way that I think about it, right, is that, like, we're just going to assume that the players have a way to solve this, right? But, like, think of just make a problem. Like, think of a problem. And then be like, how do the players' powers interface with this problem? So think of some possible solutions, right? And then the game isn't like, oh, was it challenging to come to that solution, like, necessarily? It's that they had to come to the solution and then actually apply themselves, right?
Yeah.
So High Jump Guy needs to realize that, oh, that person on the ceiling, like, of course I can go jump up at them, and I'm gonna go punch them. And then on turn 2, when the thing deploys spikes on the ceilings, they go like, oh, I don't know if I can jump up at them anymore. That's a bit of a problem, isn't it? And then someone else needs to come in and be like, well, I'll use Metal Bend and then have the spikes, like, disappear. But the bad guy who's on the ceiling can just, like, keep making spikes. So, like, they'll do that every other turn. And then you have this back and forth of, like, I'm going to introduce problems. And then what's, like, the step 2 of that problem? Right? A reasonable thinking bad guy is going to know the step 2 of the problem. Right?
Yeah.
So, well, I'm going to raise the ceiling and add platforms. Or, like, I'm going to, you can have a little bit of back and forth, but, like, don't have it so that it goes infinitely. Just have it so that, like, here's a problem. You can think about that problem. Think about how the cool part is figuring out how you work with that problem, right? That's the fun part. So, like, don't be too concerned about, oh, well, like, was it challenging for them to learn it or something like that? It's like, yes, you do need to think of a way in which they will feel like they're compelled, like it was a compelling solution, right? But I guess what I would say then is you could think of the times where you were successful and be like, well, why was it difficult for someone to come to that conclusion? Like, how did they need to recontextualize how their power works so that this works? Right?
Okay. I think.
Yeah.
I will chew on that a little bit. I need to hang up and go inside now, though.
Okay.
So.
Yes.
Thank
no
you
problem.
very much. Thank you for stream. You have been incredibly helpful today.
Yeah.
It's good to hear from you. I was really mad when I got a meeting that started half an hour before your stream, and I was like,
No problem.
Like,
I didn't have a schedule.
Rare that I could make. It's just been so rare that I could make streams for like the past 3 months between the move and my new job and everything.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you're doing good, so that's awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
But you have a wonderful new year and a happy birthday. I will talk to you later.
Yep. See you later, Kraos. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. So that was a lot of talking. Yeah. So I guess the short notes on that was, like, I haven't seen you since last year. Rav your band. You're just banned. It's over. Yeah, like I've heard people kind of complain about, for example, I think it's like if you play a warlock or something, and I don't know if it was Baldur's Gate 3 or some other thing, but it's like, what is the problem in front of me? It's like, here is a door. Like, okay, what is the solution to the door? Well, the solution to the door, because I'm playing a warlock, is to Eldritch Blast it. Right? And it's like, oh, what's the problem here? It's like, oh, well, I Eldritch Blast it. Right? So thinking about either consequences for doing the default action or trying to force other ways for the solution to happen. So for example, it's like, well, the door and the wall and the setting is magically enchanted, right? So you can't Eldritch Blast it down. So then you need to start asking different questions, right? That's just D&D in general, and yes, kind of in Baldur's Gate 3 as well. Yeah, exactly. So the unfortunate thing is that it's like, well, when you put a puzzle or a problem in front of a player, if the first thought is like, well, they're just going to Eldritch Blast it, then, you know, you need to think of something a little bit more complicated than that. Like, what are the countermeasures to Eldritch Blasting down a door? Which I don't know what those are. I don't know what sits well with players or doesn't sit well with players. I know that one of my DMs, because there's teleportation magic, basically enchants every fortress ever. So you can't just teleport into the middle of the fortress, right? You know what I mean? So being able to understand what abilities are available to the party and then kind of navigate them towards those and not just like the solution one things. So, okay, there's this magically enchanted wall. So it's like, okay, well, can we just lockpick the door? I know that it's enchanted, but what about the lock itself? So you try to lockpick the door, you realize it doesn't really work, right? But in going to the door itself, you see that there is like a chest behind the bar. So like you open up the thing, presumably with a lockpicking skill, or like you bash it, you Eldritch Blast the chest open. And then you find a paper in it, and now it's slightly singed because you Eldritch Blasted it, but it points you to somewhere else, and then you find this other door, which goes to the basement, which has the ceiling runes for the magically enchanted wall. And it's like, and then you found something in the basement. Or if you had a scout in your party, then maybe you just saw the basement door anyways. You found that immediately, right? But then there's a lockpick on the thing to go to the basement because you didn't find the key, because the key was actually with the chest that you Eldritch Blasted open. And like, there's multiple ways to navigate this scene. And the thing that's going to feel cool isn't the fact that, well, obviously they have an ability that lets you open a door. Of course. Well, like, duh, they have lockpicking. They have a thief in their party. It's the player coming to the realization that their power is contextually relevant to the situation, and then rolling a check. Which rolling checks is important because if things succeeded all the time, then we like gambling. I don't know. we like rolling dice for some reason. Having randomized outcomes keeps things interesting. But yeah, what is a few cool ways that the powers can interface with the problem that is in front of them, and then trying to think of something more than, well, it's a locked door, so I Eldritch Blast it. Right. It's not... I don't know. Warlock has a unique upgrade tree, many of which are just upgrades to Eldritch Blast. This might be in some editions of D&D as well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I still have to play Baldur's Gate 3. I haven't played it yet. Okay, that was super long. Now it's over. Now it's done. That was our final call. So what I'm going to say is, hey, if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your support as always. Thank you all for showing up to my birthday and calling in. Honestly, there were a lot more people than I expected who actually wanted to join, so that's cool. I did not anticipate that people would actually want to be on stream, but cool. Awesome. Thank you for letting me draw some stuff for you, and yeah, here's some more cool stuff. We're probably going to resume the Regicide run on Wednesday, and we'll continue the default schedule moving forward for the time being. And I'm gonna try and get off my ass and get to working on stuff. So, thank you very much, everybody, and I will see you all next time on Wednesday, Lyria Standard Time. All right. Bye, everybody. See ya.